We are live. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
We're running some new video tonight, so I'm going to hit record here. Everybody enjoy the show. We are going to start the music. If you have any comments or questions, we have chat enabled. Bring it.
So what do I need to do to see the chat? Is that on the YouTube channel?
You just hush and I'll show you. If you log into YouTube, you'll be able to see the chat. Everybody enjoy the show. We are going to start the music. If you have any questions, welcome. Episode 10 of Bread's Kitchen.
Yay!
Bringing it live to you from Charlotte, North Kakalaki on a beautiful Wednesday, March 7th. And Bread's bringing out the bling. Look at that shit. I'm going to let the music play a little bit while he poses.
Is that North Carolina gang signs?
We're in fucking Charlotte. There's real gangs around here, right?
There are real gangs in Charlotte,
Okay,
yes.
I'll take it back. Can you edit that?
No. That's live video.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, I got to turn off the live stream on my computer. I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from. Just keep going. We'll figure it out. That's how it works.
Is
Ever.
fire.
Who's got their YouTube on? I don't.
Not me.
Fire.
Well,
It's probably Michael. Is that you?
it is you.
Oh.
You firing me?
No.
At least we know the camera and the live stream works.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? I see some people in here. Diane Stiegel.
Yeah.
I
Woo!
see Robert Smith. I don't see any of the rest of you fuckers, but I'm sure. Is there other people on here? Can you
I just signed off because you all blamed me for it, but
we blamed you because you're the producer. It's your fault.
I didn't blame you.
Well, I did.
Thank you very much.
I did. Robert Smith said, "What the hell are we drinking? We are drinking." How do you pronounce that again?
That's your Lagunitas. I got that for you
Lagunitas
because that's your favorite
IPA.
beer.
It is, man. It's a good beer.
I'm drinking New Belgium Citradelic.
It is a delicious beer.
Mine's better than
Robert said we sound good, so that's great.
Thank you, Robert. We
That's a
appreciate
great
that.
thing. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. You got the notes like typed out?
Oh no, I printed off some stuff on one of our topics.
Oh,
but it
okay.
was just easier.
You printed off notes on the topic.
One of our
That's
topics
cheating.
tonight. No, it's not.
Not cheating.
What do you mean? No, it's not. It is cheating. That means she's more informed than I am.
You sent me the topic and you said
Research it.
it. And so
Did I say that?
I
Yes,
researched it.
you did.
When did I say it?
You said
I didn't even talk to you two today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
You
said
need
it
me
in
to pull
text.
this text up because I totally.
Okay.
that's
Calm
not
down. Put the inanimate
Episode 10 and we are all ornery.
put the inanimate object away.
Oh, no.
Before we all
Do
get
not.
hurt in here and they pass legislation.
Inanimate
ban-
objects matter,
banning
Brad.
iPhones.
Inanimate objects matter.
We don't want them to ban. We don't want them to ban the iPhones, man. The inanimate object. Matt Wright, what's going on, man? Thank you, man. I'm glad you like the camera angle. Matt Wright said he likes the camera angle I
Thank
came
you.
up with.
Thank you.
You didn't.
Thank
I
I,
did come up with it.
I think me and Nick that was a joint project.
That was a joint project.
Yeah, but it was my idea.
Wow.
You do fill out the camera a little bit better. And your bling. Can you give everybody a shot of your
Let me
bling, please?
Let me see the.
Blinging, baby, blinging. Hey, Robert Smith. Robert Smith, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. You was in the United States Army, correct? I'm pretty sure he was in the United States Army.
You got chat up?
Yeah, I got the chat up right here, man. I'm looking at it.
All right, I'm going to bring the chat up on my side so I can.
Yeah, the seminar was great, Robert. By the way, seminar was great for Nicole. Yeah, she did a really good job.
Tell us a little bit about that. That
Well-
picture was pretty amazing.
I would like to, before we get started into the podcast today, let's go ahead and do our moment of silence.
Yeah, for all of you out there, and Nick, you actually have a little more intimate relationship with this subject. So if you could tell our viewers while we're doing this and what happened.
So last night we were informed that sadly Scott Shields has passed away. He was in a car accident last week on his way to teach class at a fitness center in Pineville. We do not know yet if the car accident contributed. There were some health issues that had happened or were occurring in his life that few people knew about, and unfortunately Scott passed away last night. And literally, I would not be sitting here talking to you two if it wasn't for Scott. Because when I got out of the military, Scott was the first guy I met in Charlotte and trained under for years. And he introduced me to JKD, obviously meeting Guru Inasanto, meeting numerous BJJ black belts, Eric Paulson, CSW, many Muay Thai teachers. The man, regardless of all the bullshit that you see on the internet, the man was true, and he knew what he was doing. And Godspeed, and we'll see you on the other side, brother.
All right, so let's have a moment of silence for Seafood Scott Shields. All right, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Man, that is that's crazy, and I don't want to put a whole lot of time into this, because I know it's a sensitive subject for you, Nick. But man, that just goes to show you life is short. I mean,
you never know when it's going to go.
I never. It's funny. I was telling somebody this before I got the information this past. Someone was asking me about. So actually, when we were talking about him having the car wreck, and I was telling Jordan that it's weird that for all the stuff I've done with MMA in the Carolinas, I had very little interaction with Scott. I couldn't have told you, I couldn't have given you an accurate description of his physical attributes or what he looked like. I know that he was at our shows. I know he had people fight on our shows, but he was one of the few martial artists in the area that I just didn't have a lot of interaction with. And one of the things I remember, not to bring up bad stuff because this is coming around to a point. I know that a couple of years back, a lot of people took liberty to run the man through the gutter. About his credentials, and it was pretty serious too.
Yep.
I can happily say I wasn't one of those people because again, I didn't know the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But that just goes to show you, man. I mean, the stuff we do here on Earth in general, but even in the martial arts realm, the martial arts platform. Here, what you do in your school, what you do in the cage. It means a lot to us, but man, it's so minute,
fleeting.
It's just a compared to what his family's going through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a really sad situation, and I know there's probably a lot of people that right now that probably looking back to a couple of years ago, kicking themselves in the butt.
And the funny thing about that is I don't know if it was in the military or whatever, but once you accept the fact that you're going to die, your outlook on life changes. And one thing I learned living in Japan and training with some true warriors, you never. There's a samurai saying that goes way back, and it's a samurai is one who must keep in mind the fact that he has to die, and that goes in everybody that has a fighting spirit, and that goes through all human beings because we're all fighting through our daily lives, whether it be waking up in the morning and training, at night training, going to work, doing the daily grind. It's all a fight, and it's all going to end one day for all of us. And you want to be remembered by the good things that you did, not the bad. You're going to be remembered either way. How many people remember you and how you're remembered is up to you.
Well, he definitely looked like from seeing the post that his sister made on his Facebook page and everybody that went on there that he had a positive impact on a lot of people.
Very positive impact, yep.
Yeah. And it's funny you said that because I remember we had a conversation back during one of the first podcasts, and we were talking about Mark Cooker and Derek Richardson, and I said that I used to laugh at those guys because their concentration was more on martial arts aspect, and they were teaching kids. I'm over here teaching these big bad fighters and all this, and now when I look back on it, and I've told you this before, I've in the last 2 years, I don't want to say it's a revelation or a wake up call, because I'm pretty slow learner in but anyway, in the last, especially the last year, since I've got this group of students and I've really stepped back and took a look at what I'm doing, I look back when I used to laugh at those guys, and I say to myself, what the hell was I doing? Because what Nicole just said is just rings so true and hits me hard. When you look at the people that you've impacted, it's not just about how many people you impact, but it's about what do they remember? Do the people that you had an impact on, do they remember? And you can almost bet your money that if you take Scott Shields, for example, and the people that he's had an impact on through teaching, I mean, my goodness, I was
27 years.
27 years, but not just 27 years. When I was looking at what all he's taught, it's so funny to think that anyone would call him or challenge that he's a fraud in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Let's play devil's advocate and let's assume that let's guess, even though talking to you I know it's not true, but let's assume that maybe he didn't go through the strict avenues of how he got his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Let's just play that for a minute. Let's play that game. Do you know how stupid that sounds when you consider all the different martial arts that he was? I mean, just name some. What all did the guy do?
So we started with obviously with JKD and then Jeet Kune Do.
That's Bruce Lee stuff. For the viewers that don't know.
And it literally came from Dan Inosanto, Guru Dan Inosanto, who was one of Bruce Lee's first students. And you guys, he's still alive. He still lives in Marina Del Rey. He still trains with Joel. And he's got an awesome school that is packed. So
hold on. I hate to interrupt you. Let me parallel that for a minute. Sure. That would be like in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That would be like learning. That would be like learning from Helio Gracie, who got it from Maeda and his older brother. That's what that would be like, right?
So, exactly. And to add to that, he just got his black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So, I mean, the man was always learning. So all the forms of silat, which he's a Filipino, so all the Filipino arts, which Kali, Mafalindo silat, JKD concepts, they were embroiled with a war with the Bruce Lee family for a long period of time, not being able to use Bruce Lee's name or Jeet Kune Do, and he still can't to this day. Some people are going to say that's Linda and the daughter's doing, but Guru Dan is the only one that has propagated the arts that Sigung Bruce had taught people, and it was truly a mixed martial art, because a lot of people say that he took everything from boxing, from Muay Thai, from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and made these different ranges, but it worked for him and it worked for what he was aiming to do.
Right.
And even dancing. I mean, he's the Cha-Cha King of Hong Kong. So, I mean, the guy knew what he was doing, and then came to America and then taught a bunch of people. And the living legend here, like you said, is the parallel is like Helio Gracie would be Bruce Lee, and Hickson, well, I mean, maybe Horian would be Guru Dan. I don't know. They're very close.
Yeah, that's wow. So in other words, Scott Shields, may rest in peace. He did a lot for a lot of people, and it's a great man. Maybe one day later on, when the smoke clears, we'll dive into that a little bit more when it's okay to do. So we got a great show planned for everybody. You can see Nicole has her clapper over here, And I'm blinged out.
Boom.
Blinged out, looking good. 10th show that we've done.
We're recycling your daughter's second birthday party.
Ain't nothing but against
Yeah.
the party.
So for all you guys who are wondering why I have this ridiculous looking chain on and Nicole has this clapper, when my daughter turned 2 years old, we decided to have a unique birthday party for her. Or actually, I didn't. Nicole and my wife Regina did. And so we had a gangsta party. We had a 1990s themed 2-year-old birthday party, and the theme was Too Legit to Quit. And it was the greatest birthday party for 2-year-olds that you have ever seen in your life. We had MC Hammer playing. We had Vanilla Ice. These kids were in here dancing their little tails off. We had a big bouncy house in the dojo. We had a basketball goal in the dojo. We had cornhole. We had cake. We had chips. We had wings. We had sodas. We had everything that you could possibly ask for. And the kids had a phenomenal time. And then when the smoke died down and the kids left and they forgot about all the stuff that had happened, and they probably won't ever think about it again until they see pictures, then they won't want to see them anymore. But the old people, we kept the bling, we kept the clapper,
And keeping the party going.
and we kept the party going. So we had a big time. Real quick, April the 7th. April the 7th, here at Checkmate Charlotte, we was just talking about it on Facebook Live video. Geese for GIs.
Geese for GIs.
Brian Crandall, I'm assuming he's the founder of that.
I believe so, yes.
He's the founder of that. And we're going to have a big seminar here. Steve Hall, Jeremy Arell is scheduled to do it. We're not completely sure, but right now he's the,
But we're going to have you, Steve Hall, and Jeremy Arell under the same roof at one time teaching?
No. It's here at my gym, but I'm not teaching.
Okay.
I'm not teaching. No.
So if
Jeremy
if Jeremy's unable to teach, though.
No, if Jeremy's unable to teach, we're going to get somebody else to do it. I'm not teaching. I'm not teaching at the seminar that day. So it's going to be Jeremy Arell, Steve Hall, Joe Selecki, who is a ridiculously up-and-coming, this guy's good, up-and-coming MMA fighter, black belt, ridiculous footlocker, could easily be in the EBI circuit if he wanted to, and Elton Cruz from Checkmate. Professor Ton will be here, so it's going to be awesome. Big thing, all you listeners out there, get your butts to Checkmate Charlotte, April the 7th. Bring a
You should get Brian Edwards if
Brian won't be here.
he won't be here.
No, he won't be here that day. We've thought about Brian, but we're gonna have a big time here, and it's in support of the troops. Tell our viewers a little bit more about the what the charity is and how it works and all that stuff. Please.
So Geese for GIs, you come in if you want to donate a gi or buy a gi. They are all donated to service members that train in the arts of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They help people that are coming back from PTSD, as any martial art would, getting them back into something familiar to them, as close as and as stupid as this may sound, a lot of combat veterans feel, a little bit more comfortable when they're active, and getting them out into doing something that gives them a sense of purpose and gives them that sense of team and camaraderie. It further, not only does it further the sport, but it helps their mental state of mind. And when you have somebody that's coming back from a war zone or has been taking numerous types of antipsychotic meds for years, and they find themselves out on the mat, it is life fucking changing. And I've actually seen people come off their medications because of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and other martial arts. It's just amazing. And there's no substitute for physical activity. There just really isn't.
Yeah. I didn't serve in the military, but the military's always had a big place in my heart. Love the soldiers, love what they do. Man, they're irreplaceable. To me, them next to our children need to be the biggest topic by our scum politicians. I'm not gonna get a whole lot of y'all get pissed off again. Just
Oh God.
Twinkles is giving me the down sign over
I
here.
was trying to tell you to turn the sound on my headset, like it's.
They're saying
My eardrums are gonna get blown out. You guys are loud.
Oh, your
on the
eardrums
chat
are
they
good.
said it was echoing or something.
You guys
It's
can't.
echoing?
You need soft little baby
I
voices
don't
like
know.
mine.
That's what they said. Matt Wright said it. Matt Wright said it.
Is it bad?
I don't know, man. I mean, Matt Wright said it. I mean, fuck, this
I
dude sent
think-
me. Listen, this some of a bitch sent me a message that said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And there's this congressman in front of I guess he was in front of Congress, but I mean, there was some military men sitting there. I don't know what this dude was trying to do, but it was some congressman from Georgia, and he was saying something about he felt like Guam is gonna, and I'm not making this shit up. I pray to God this was like a, what do you call them, voiceovers?
Mm-hmm.
But Matt swears up and down it's true. This guy said, and I quote, he is scared Guam is going to capsize.
It's gonna fall into the ocean.
But can we not talk about politicians anymore? We already have to.
But wait a minute. Look, we got,
God.
guys, we got to talk about this because these are the people that's making decisions. Nick, what do you think about that? A grown-ass man said that he thought...
Maybe, I mean, surely he has a good reason, right?
Well, he gave his reason.
I
He-
mean-
he said he felt like it was going to get overpopulated.
Oh, he's saying the people are going to sink into the ocean. Wow.
No, he said the entire island of Guam.
Well, I mean, that's like people saying California's going to fall off into, and it's not going to happen. I mean, look, just learn about plate tectonics and be quiet, or go do something on the map.
No. This guy said it's going. I mean, what happened?
Is that really the dumbest thing we've heard a politician say this year?
That's pretty fucking
It's
dumb.
not.
It is pretty
It's
dumb.
not
That is
even
pretty
close.
It's not the dumbest.
That Guam's gonna. I guess it's gonna detach from the ocean floor, and it's just gonna capsize over and fall in. But you know where he was from? There's a valid explanation for why he would think something like that.
Why?
He was the Democratic representative for the state of Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia. Now, my
Everybody
experience
thinks it's from Georgia.
I mean, I could.
We don't know how their education system is in Georgia, I suppose.
I mean, it's getting pretty close, man. I mean, Dave Oblis, he's been trying to change shit down there for years, and it's not happening.
So everybody, I just changed the source for the audio. If that gets any better, please let me know.
They don't care.
I know.
Matt Wright just wants to send me crazy messages about fucking.
Mike and Nicole's mics aren't picking up their voices very well. Well,
we did ask him. We
we did ask.
Yeah,
we did ask for your feedback.
We did ask.
Oh,
We love you, Matthew. Thank you.
I can't believe that.
Let me know if this fixes it. By the way.
I can't believe that Michael's microphone isn't picking up his voice because he's like the loudest one in my headphones.
I mean, I can literally see.
They said it's picking up. They just said it's echoing.
You sound very
No.
far away.
I
Well,
think it's this room.
it very well could be. The
It
room.
may be the room. Could be the room.
But I changed some settings, so hopefully he says that's worse. Shit. All right.
He said it was worse.
Yeah, Matt, thanks. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Tell me how that sounds.
Why don't you just turn it
La,
back?
la, la. Because if I run it through the iPhone, it's going to run, just like to hear you guys. Okay. I understand.
All right, I'm going to move it back up. And how is that? I'm going to put the phone up
How
here.
does this chat thing work?
So you have to be a level 2 sorcerer to be able to pick up everything. I don't know what that meant. I was just being joking. Matt, can you hear us now? How's the live stream there? I'm getting pretty good audio. Sounds like Mike and Nicole's are being picked up on the other guy's mic. It's about the same. Okay.
It's about the same. Okay.
Well, fuck.
Well, we'll work on that, and I'll try to fix it next time around because we're trying to.
No matter what, we love you guys.
We do love you. Thank you very
Let's
much.
go back to talking about how amazing my seminar was.
Okay, tell us about your seminar.
It was a lot bigger than I expected it to be. I thought that approximately 5 people would show up, and we had 20
Thank you, Robert.
something. So I was pretty nervous. I felt like I was about to go compete. That's how nervous I was.
Really?
Yeah.
That was your first seminar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you teach?
I taught an armbar series, taught a basic armbar, and then I taught them how to properly defend an armbar, and then what to do if they defend, and then what to do if they defend again. Just a little series. I ran out of time. I didn't get to show another armbar I wanted to, but then I went into what everybody wants to do, the half guard, smashy.
Smashy game.
You showed them the anvil pressure.
I showed them the aim pressure and I showed them some what if scenarios. So.
Okay. How receptive was they?
I mean, Amanda said that she heard some oohs and ahs. So I mean, I guess they liked it. They seemed like everybody liked it, and it was a really good group. There wasn't anybody in there that was like hardcore struggling with the technique, so that's nice because I don't have a whole lot of patience.
Yeah.
I haven't quite developed that, but everybody was picking up really well until I had the bright idea of showing them entry into the honey hole, and
The honey hole.
yeah, I think maybe I probably should have left that out.
Yeah, you might have could have left that part out, but hey, man, you know, a little bit of flair, a little bit of a little bit of flair, and a whole lot of solid technique is a rarity to seminar. The rule of thumb that I was told is if you can, if the people at the seminar can retain 10% of what they're shown, then it's a pretty good seminar.
Well, it looked like afterwards.
Robert Smith asked, "What part of VA were you in?"
Lynchburg.
Lynchburg,
So
Virginia.
it looked like afterwards, when everybody was rolling, I had a 2-hour seminar, and then we set aside at least an hour, it's probably more than that, of rolling time afterwards. It looked like everybody was using the things that I went over, so that made me happy.
Okay.
So how many total people came?
I want to say, without counting me, Eddie, and Amanda, I think it was at least 24, 25.
That's a good first
That's
seminar.
a good
That's
seminar.
awesome.
That picture was
Really
phenomenal.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, shoot, if you can get, hell yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. When you gonna do your next one?
Golf clap.
Whenever it gets booked, so, oh shit. If, anybody wants to seminar, I'm trying to get out to Masters later this year.
Yeah, so if any of you out there want a phenomenal seminar from a phenomenal practitioner
Or privates.
or privates, hit
Boom.
her up, Nicole Hunt, brown belt, check Matt Charlotte. She's a beast. She's a beast. Listen, speaking of beasts, you two, be honest. How sexy do I look with this bling on right now?
To us or to everybody else?
Okay, who looks better, me or Flavor Flav?
Well, he has gold teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, so who looks better, me or Flavor Flav?
If,
Well, that's not fair because he looks like
Okay,
he's
you
had
just-
a life of hard drugs.
It is a fair question.
yeah, boy.
He has on bling and I have on bling, so it's a fair.
But his bling is real, so that's.
This is real. Touch it.
Shit.
Oh Jesus!
Come here, touch it.
You know what? He would probably Flavor Flav probably would have worn that in the early days.
Flavor
Yeah.
Flav wishes he had this.
Does anybody remember Flavor Flav's dating show?
Yes.
Oh man,
Flavor of Love
the
or
Flavor of
something?
Love. That was the greatest
The
show
Flavor of
ever.
Love.
That was the
God.
greatest show ever.
Who was he
I
married
love
to?
show.
That guy from Rocky?
Huh?
Oh yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, he married Dolph Lundgren, right?
No, hell no. You're trying to.
I know her name.
Funny.
Come on.
What's the girl that?
I got you though.
The Eurythmics.
Annie Lennox? No, it's not Annie Lennox.
Yeah, what's the girl from the Eurythmics?
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Oh no, it was Bridget Nielsen.
There
She
you
sounds
go.
like the girl from Eurythmics.
Well, now no.
Now she
No.
does now.
She looks like China now.
Whatever. Well, China's dead. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame. Shame.
Oh my gosh! So
Shame.
Do you even watch Game of Thrones?
Shame.
So our first item on
Okay.
our list.
All
How
right.
have we been going? Like,
By the way, Diane
We got
Stiegel
this.
gives Nicole is awesome shout out. I love live
I
chat.
love Diane.
Diane,
So
how
much.
in the hell do you come to my school and say Nicole is awesome? That
Because
that doesn't even register.
She comes to my class and I teach her how to smash people. That's why.
That's just, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
Which I know she loves because everybody loves it.
Good grief. Unbelievable. You know what she said to me today? She said that me and Piper are two peas in a I was singing while we were rolling. I forget who I was rolling with, but I was singing.
You
Your
did that
music
this morning.
selection in here is not nowhere near as cool as Piper's music selection, though.
What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Piper has the best music.
Whatever. Piper listens. I'm not even going to
What does Piper play?
I'm not going to
He
use the
plays
word.
like super ridiculous stuff.
Super
like,
ridiculous
like
stuff.
it's just really funny stuff to be rolling to. I can't.
Does he do it on purpose?
Probably
Yes.
yeah,
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 okay.
because he's hilarious.
See, she says Piper's hilarious, but
If I have to hear the Champ is Here one more time, I'm going to.
No shit. Everything he only plays the same 5 songs on repeat.
Those are his walkout songs.
Like, get Pandora or Spotify and open a station.
Ooh!
okay. Listen.
The bread station!
No. How about I open this station? I'm going to throw my diaper. It's my mat, my
Oh,
school,
God.
my stereo. We will listen to what I want to. We will listen to Earth, Wind, and you know what? Just for this shit, you're back on the shit list, Nick. There you go. You was in a good situation.
No.
You was in a great situation. But
I didn't say anything bad!
Oh, yeah, you did just talking shit with your little midget buddy.
What type of music does
Tomorrow
Mike
morning,
Robert, I will
you get-
give you.
tomorrow morning-
There's a song called The Champ is Here, and that, I
Okay.
believe that's all we listen
Robert,
to.
Robbie Lawler's walkout song.
Robert, what the song he's gonna be listening to is "I Got My Ass Whipped." That's what he's gonna be
And
listening
then
to.
what else does he
First
play? The
thing in the
Champ is
morning.
Here is probably the best song.
That
he
is
plays.
probably the best song. I don't remember
You
the
guys are
other
crazy.
ones.
You guys are
Uh,
crazy.
But he
has
does sing the
played-
national anthem.
He has played the Tennessee.
Yes. Rocky Top.
Rocky
Rocky
Top.
Top.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah, I play Rocky
God.
Top while we're rolling.
And he sings it too.
And I sing
Oh,
it.
yes.
He did- When I get somebody in mal or side control, I sing to him Rocky Top.
You do.
That's right.
Yep.
That makes you a better grappler when that happens. I just want you to know that it's been proven.
It sucks all the energy out of me.
There's nothing more degrading than the person that's beating you the fuck up, having a conversation or
And then saying he's not
singing
strong.
or talking.
I don't talk to people.
And like having a conversation across the room.
I'm not
and you're
strong. I don't
struggling
have
for
any
your
gas.
Yeah. I'm old.
I don't know. I'm old. I don't know why you're letting me do this to you. I
And
mean,
then he'll hit something. He'll be like, "That was nice, wasn't it?"
look,
Be honest.
everybody
Be
out there
honest,
knows
that
what I'm
was
talking
nice.
about.
Don't lie. Don't listen to that shit, guys.
He beat up on Eddie last night. And was like, "I was gonna call Leo and ask for a promotion."
Guys, don't listen to this foolishness.
Thanks,
they're
Matt.
saying. I am a kind and loving
Oh God.
black belt, and I cherish and I nourish my students and I grow them. And I mean, look, what do you win? Yes or no?
Sometimes.
Most of the time, yes. Does Kenny win?
How about some John Denver? Got him. I think got him a country boy.
In fact, I'm glad you said
God,
that.
Don't do that to me.
Playing that tomorrow morning.
Ugh.
John Denver.
I'm gonna play it right now.
No.
They
No.
can't hear it.
They can hear.
I
it.
vote,
They don't want to hear it.
I vote no.
Can we go on with the podcast?
The podcast can hear it. I
Can
mean,
we
that's
talk
all-
about the titties
Oh
that
my
the entire state of Utah
Oh,
Lawyer
shit.
Association received?
Titties and beer.
Yeah, we do need to talk about this, man. This is serious stuff.
This is serious.
Serious.
This is serious.
I heard a lawyer wanted to get $100 off his next board membership fee for losing his innocence over these titties.
So, so hold up, wait a minute. Let's get this thing pulled up.
You have the picture?
Well,
Interesting podcast
So-
while we're looking stuff up.
so is it, what happened? If you guys don't know, for the viewers out there, every lawyer in the state of Utah received a picture
Picture through email.
of some titties.
So the
Say that
state
ag- say that
board,
again?
I'm just
the
titties.
state, the state board of Utah.
Does that
sends-
offend? Does that trigger you when we say that?
Come on.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure.
So the state
Trigger.
board of Utah sends out an email to all the lawyers inviting them to a spring event they had coming up, and apparently the guy that put the graphics in the email missed something, I don't know, or added something, and then
Oh, he definitely added
doesn't
something.
want to admit to it.
And you know what pisses me off about this though? Is that on all the news articles, they show this bullshit censored post. The lawyers got to see the
Oh,
boobies.
you want to see the movie?
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna put the article out
Do you
in
have
front
the
of
picture?
yeah, this is some bullshit.
Can you show that to the
So-
camera, please?
These are the titties. I don't know if you guys can see them.
I mean, look, if you're a member of anywhere and you just get some random boobies sent to your inbox,
What the fuck are you complaining about?
Amen.
This is
I
the
don't
shit.
think
Hold on.
people were tweeting and they all seemed funny. I don't know that anybody was like angry. At least nobody on Twitter.
I promise
saw.
you,
I'm sure.
somebody
I promise
was
you,
angry.
there was some oversensitive,
Oh.
slapjack,
And you saw-
limp dick,
Smelly farting man.
raggedy ass.
It could have been a woman.
Probably
woman.
thinks Guam's falling into the ocean. Oversensitive son of a bitch out there complaining about some titties getting sent
Well,
to his
these
email.
are lawyers, so they probably will find any excuse to
What, lawyers don't
Like,
look at titties? Is that what you're telling me?
argue about something or complain or sue somebody. They're lawyers. That's their job.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's get to a deeper source of trouble here, because I just want to know something. Nicole, is it okay for Nick to say the word titties
Why would that be a
in front
problem?
of you? I mean, we already know it's okay for me because it's my podcast, but I can say whatever the hell I want to. But Nick over there,
Why would I be upset if Nick said titties?
because I'm just asking you, as a female,
I don't care.
you don't care. Then why do you care that Big Daddy Donald Trump said grab him by the coochie? Boom. 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 I knew I would get back around to it before the podcast.
I
ended.
knew it
That's
was
why I
coming. I knew it was
put it on there.
coming. I knew it was
That's why I
coming.
put it on
See,
there.
I
he's
didn't-
wrong
I didn't know
because
when.
I never said that bothered me.
Oh, see, now you're doing that. Now you're doing that shit my wife does.
No, when did I ever say that?
Okay,
Wait, don't get me started, mister.
About what? Well, that's what I do to my wife when she gets out of line.
Oh, Regina,
Stone
please
Cold.
get on the chat.
Stone-
Regina, please get on the. Can other people see?
Yes,
what
they can
people
see
is-
what Regina.
Oh.
Look, we've
Okay.
already had this conversation. I already during UFC. We'll talk about UFC 222 later.
Can you edit that?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
No.
Anyway.
You're sleeping on the couch.
Okay,
tonight.
so you're telling me that as a female, it does not bother you for Nick to say boobies, titties, breasts, anything dealing with the female anatomy as far as the chest. That doesn't bother you.
No.
I mean, if there's a lot to do with context, right?
Right.
If I'm just sitting,
Right.
if I'm just sitting over here babbling titties, boobies,
If he's being a,
then I have
a fucking
Tourette's.
pig about it, I mean that's different. Yeah, it definitely depends on the context.
I mean, yeah. What she said.
I'm gonna tell you what. You two ain't about to gang up on me
I'm
on
gonna tell
my
you what.
podcast. You ain't gonna do it.
I'm gonna start a whole page on the website called Breadisms.
Tell us some breadisms. Tell the viewers some bread. Can you even remember some breadisms?
Don't put me on the spot.
Can
I
you
can't
even
do
remember
it.
some breadisms?
We need to get Eddie
She
in
doesn't.
here.
She doesn't even know what you're talking about when you say breadism.
I know.
That's a you and Jordan thing.
No, I know. I just
Don't
can't.
take this ass whooping serious. Personally.
That doesn't count.
I took away your man card.
Look at the fleas on Fluffy.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? And if you had a water ball in your hand, you would throw it at Alex and go, Alex, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, no more breadisms. No more breadisms. We're not going to go into any more bread. And viewers,
You put me on the spot.
viewers don't listen to that. But again, going back to that email real quick, I'm just amazed that all kidding aside, that's even a issue.
Wasn't an issue.
Robert Smith asks, does anything bother you?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it depends on the context. I don't, if you were sitting here being a pig and like, I don't like when men treat women like they're some kind of lesser life form. Obviously, like that's really offensive. I feel like I have to work extra hard in everything I do in life to be looked at as an equal. I mean, that's just how it is.
But what if, all kidding aside, what if the pig in question, okay, the pig in question, the asshole in question, what if he treats everyone as if they're a lesser life form? Then is it okay for him
Well,
to treat you as
he's
if...
just an asshole. Obviously, he would still get on my nerves, though. Like,
Okay,
that would still
fine.
be annoying.
Okay.
She has a good point.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking the questions that people want to ask. That's all I'm doing. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm feeding the fire. Feeding the fire.
Robert, hopefully that answers your question.
Robert,
Thank you for writing in.
We could make an entire podcast on that probably if I had time to think about it. But I mean, I'm pretty laid back. I'm not like a super fembot or anything, but I definitely,
She has her moments.
yeah.
see, Matt Wright said people are easily triggered.
Yes.
And that's true. I mean, it's very true. Like in 2018, I don't know, when do you guys think this shit started for it to be cool to be offended?
The pussification of America?
The absolute pussification of America.
I believe.
When did this thing happen?
I believe it started.
What year?
Roughly around 2009.
2009?
Yep.
Hold on, wait a minute. When did George W. go in office?
I don't have my.
Because there was no pussyfooting going around him when George was in office.
Well, so he went in office in 1998.
I like George, man.
Right? 1998?
No, not to 1998.
Or
dude.
2000.
Wait a minute. Reagan was in office from 80 to 88. Okay? I hated Reagan. He sucked.
Okay, but George
And
W. was in office during 9/11. And I think he
Okay,
was 2 years
but I'm tracing it back.
So 98.
Because Reagan was in there for 80 to 88.
She's looking at
2001 to 2009.
2001 to 2000. Then
So it was a 2000 election.
There's no way the pacification of America started in 2009.
When did the Jersey Shore go live?
That is a good damn
What does
question.
Jersey Shore have to do with the
That
Jersey-
pacification?
so that's when the shit
That's
started,
when
right?
the
People
shit
weren't
started.
offended on
That's
that show,
when the shit
though.
started.
Obviously, have you seen
Yes.
the shenanigans on that show? Nobody was offended.
That
That's-
damn Jersey Shore shit. That's what started this foolishness.
That's exactly it. That and Big Brother.
You get the clap, Jersey Shore people.
I'm sure they've had the clap.
You know, my wife.
I'm sure everybody on the Jersey Shore's had the clap.
You know, my damn wife, she's from Rhode Island, and I swear to God, when I first
It
went up there,
started
they
at
all
the end
wanted to
of
be Jersey Shore
2009.
so much.
Boom!
2009?
In December of 2009.
Okay, but he went out of office. He went out of office.
No, I'm talking about Jersey Shore.
Yeah, but he went out of office in 2009.
Yeah.
So that wasn't George W. Jr. That wasn't George
No,
Jr.
it's all Jersey Shore.
Okay, so who was president after George Jr.?
Obama.
Bill Clinton. Wait.
Are you
George.
retarded?
I'm sorry.
Obama!
Who are we talking-
Obama was after George.
No, Obama's not responsible for obesity.
Yeah.
Obesity is not responsible for the pussification of America.
You talking about HH or HW?
I thought you
One-
were
43 or 45?
HHHW.
Just-
What are we
just-
talking
just
about?
wait.
Just say junior and senior, dude.
All right, fine. Juniors.
HHHW.
You're talking about Junior, right?
Yes, junior.
Yeah, he was a president until 2009.
Yeah, in 2 terms. So right at the end of his presidency,
Oh, BZ.
when he was the lame duck, because he had nothing better to do.
Yeah, point your fingers at the president in office when a bunch of ignorant fucks fly planes into buildings. That's real.
Look,
blame
we had this conversation this morning.
Blame him.
The president
There
is
you go.
just
That
one
makes a lot of sense.
part of a trifecta, and we, the people, are the government. So,
Yeah, you're right.
boom.
You're right. Well, like I said, you got senators looking at titties.
All right, you guys are taking titties and turning into politicians, and I can't take it anymore.
Okay,
This is the 10th
no
anniversary.
No
of the
more
show.
talk of politics on this
Shit,
podcast today.
cut out all those. That takes away
that's not
all of
gonna
our
fucking
fucking
happen.
topics.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about the Pan Ams. Shit, let's get on some jujitsu.
It started when personal responsibility got thrown out the door. Oh, don't worry, it's not your fault. It's someone else's.
Yes, that is
Hey,
exactly right.
hey, real quick, all kidding aside, I'm glad I said this, or thought we brought this up, because my wife's father has a, it's funny, but I swear it's the truth when he said it. The shit really started, okay, with soccer moms and bicycle helmets.
Soccer moms.
And bicycle helmets.
So were you not allowed to have a child in soccer? I mean, what? I don't.
Listen,
Are we just
when,
talking about-
when soccer moms started getting a form, when they started getting on Oprah and The View and all that shit, that's when the pussification of America started. Damn soccer moms. Soccer moms
Oprah.
and bicycle. God, you're right. Oprah.
Oprah did.
Oprah and The View, soccer moms and bicycle. But the real pussification started with bicycle helmets.
When could we not ride our bicycles without helmets? It's
That's what
my
we need to
fucking
figure out.
prerogative.
That's what we need to figure out. When did it start?
I mean, is that a law now? Do you have to?
Well,
have a
no,
helmet?
and that's just it. It's not a law, but there was like a certain point where everyone.
There is for motorcycles, though.
Oh,
In North Carolina, but in South Carolina,
I said bicycle.
but
I mean, guys, as somebody that has personally fallen off a bicycle and really, really fucking hurt themselves,
I've been
because
hit by a
I wasn't
car on a
wearing
bicycle.
helmet. I mean, maybe they are a good idea.
Are you see what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying.
You see what I'm talking
I've
about?
been
Explain
actually
everything.
fucking like really legit injured from falling
When
off. a
I
bike.
was 6 years old, I jumped off the top of a fucking cliff on a bicycle with one wheel.
But when you were 6 years
came
old,
down a 200-foot cliff,
and he walked
cracked
the
my
skull.
skull,
Both ways uphill.
Both ways uphill.
and was hospitalized for 2 months. And when I got out of the hospital, my mom and dad said, "Son, are you okay? Do you want to go up in your room and lay down?" And I said, "Mom, Dad, I want to get on a fucking bicycle.
This is just
So,
completely fabricated.
the way-
It's not fabricated. I have a scar to prove it.
The way that I remember
See that right
the
there?
jumps that I did when I was a kid was
You remember
going
building-
back to those places.
Yes.
And I thought that there were like 30-foot drops.
Yes.
They're like
They're
5
not.
in reality.
They're-
It doesn't
Yes.
matter. Do you remember building the ramps and
But I
fucking
was
the
a-
ramp up
Hell
and putting,
yeah!
putting the fulcrum too far in?
Oh,
and
eating
just-
shit and just nose diving
Nose
right
diving,
over the
and
end.
busting
Oh.
your nose and cracking your skull open.
And getting up and doing it
And
again.
Getting up and doing it again. That's America.
That's America.
That's American.
That is
I'm
America.
drinking a beer.
Now, if we went back,
Amen.
he would probably, his memory doesn't serve him well, but really what happened was his forehead got scratched, not
Bullshit.
an actual skull fracture.
Bullshit. Listen.
Thank you.
Would you like
Hey.
another one?
Yes, please.
I know the bicycle with one wheel is a unicycle, but technically it was a bicycle, Matt, right? But anyway.
Actually, it's not a bicycle, because that would mean two.
No,
Wheels.
It came with 2 wheels, but the front wheel came off when I jumped off the cliff. God almighty, guys. Man, I tell you what, I gotta learn you people something. I gotta learn you something. What are you doing?
I'm fixing
You need
shit.
a nice case like mine. That has a
I do.
kickstand.
You know what? I know what.
That's so
I
fancy.
actually do, and I
That's
need
so
to just
fancy.
pull it off my fucking
So what's
belt.
next on our list,
Yeah.
Nicole?
So, it's pans.
Pan Ams.
Oh,
Yeah, we got the Pan Ams are this weekend. When do they start? Tomorrow?
don't ask me, because as Brian Edwards has so wonderfully pointed out, I'm not competing, and I don't know.
That is a great point, Brian Edwards. You know, Brian Edwards is a man of the highest morality. He is a man's man, you know, and he brings up good points. You are not competing this weekend at the Pan Am Championships, and you should be. And tax season is not an excuse.
That is definitely an excuse.
That's
for
a very
me
good
right
point.
now.
It is.
I'm not allowed to be sick. I can't even be sick during tax season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, you'll be at the next one. As soon as tax season ends, you'll be back on the comp circuit, and Brian Edwards will be happy. Speaking of Brian Edwards, he'll be competing again at the Pan Ams. I'm not sure if he's ever won the Pan Ams, but him, Cliff White, and I just put the people that I know of that are competing.
I wrote down some more.
Brian Edwards, Cliff. Well, okay, I put down the people that count: Brian Edwards, Cliff White, and Jacqueline Amore Ramos. Who do you
When
have?
are you gonna get her name right? It's not Amore.
Amore?
It's got an M at the end.
Amore.
Amore?
Amore.
How do
Amore?
you spell it?
It's AMORIM or something like that.
Hold on,
It's got an M at the end. not an
Amorum.
E.
Amorum.
I want to know who she has on her list that's competing
So,
at Pans.
what I was able to gather up from a post I saw.
Don't you say it.
Sabrina Wright.
Okay. We'll take
um,
Sabrina. Go,
I
Sabrina!
believe Mary Holmes and then Caitlin Huggins. That's what I saw on Dirty White Belt Radio's list.
Just knock the bottle real fast. So
I don't even have a beer.
God bless him.
I don't even have a beer.
So that's who I found.
All right, well, you know,
So good luck, guys. Is Cliff White? Is he from Brian Edwards
Yeah.
School?
Yeah.
That's okay.
My prediction is, does anyone know if John Shell's competing?
I don't know.
Okay, I haven't heard anything about John.
But
Newly formed black belt John Shell. Congratulations.
in addition to Pans, we have that really awesome Toro Cup card coming up as well, which
Man,
is
we do.
huge. Which I think John Shell's
Do you-
on that card. A lot
Do
of
you have
people.
the info on that?
Thinking about it,
I
but-
had it up and I can't
Good
get
Lord,
it.
there's a lot of
It's gonna be good.
matchups on that
It's
card.
going to be good. I can pull up.
What are the dates on that?
Yeah, I
Can
can
you share
pull
that
up
up?
the date up right now because I've got it on my.
It's April 14th. I know that
it's-
because I have to work, of course.
Well,
Oh,
you'll
the-
still
It's,
be.
it's
there.
my it's
the
my
day
last
before
Saturday.
the deadline.
Yeah, it's my last Saturday of the season.
Except for all those lazy fucks that
well,
file
no, it's not. It's
extensions.
not the day before because when the 15th on a fucking weekend.
Oh, you get
and
Monday.
then it can't be Monday either because Monday's some bullshit holiday, so it goes to the 17th.
Tuesday. Oh, you're right. That's right.
Yeah.
So April 14th, 2018, starting at 11 a.m. at 124 Lotto Road, Durham, North Carolina. That'll be Toro Cup 9. A whole bunch of BJJ super fights is going down, and I mean it's
Good Lord,
it's
a lot.
it's packed.
It's gonna be a good day.
Whole lot of people from this side of the state going down. I mean I'm excited. It's gonna be good. It's going to be good. I'm gonna read you some of the matchups that we've got right here, right now. Well, I thought they was okay. There we go. So we've got Will Phillips versus Cheyenne Kokar.
We have John Shell versus Will Lucian.
Do you know that person?
Yes, I do know Will. He's very talented. We have Jerron Hampton versus Kenny Romero. Kenny's here from Checkmate Show. Yeah, we've got Summer Carpenter versus Amber G. That's gonna be a killer matchup. We've got Sean Spangler versus Gerard Ray Lawton. Guys, let me tell you something. Sean Spangler at one time was considered top 2, top 3 in the world. A lot of people don't give him credit for how good he is. I mean, that guy is freaking a monster, and he's going to be going to war down there. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. We've got Vernon Kirk versus Bobby Gurley. Good Lord of mercy. How did they get Vernon Kirk and Bobby Gurley to grapple each other? I mean, those guys I thought they were like friends. So that's going to be awesome. That's 2 very, very, very good local brown belts. That's going to be an exciting matchup. Let me see if they've got any more listed. They got one Sean Burton versus Cody Maltese from the academy down there in Durham. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to say Elevate because I might get it wrong. But Cody's super talented. Sean is black belt under Hubal Karyaksha. Jeff Luck versus Andre Alexandrov. In other words, it's packed.
And then I don't think I've seen a poster yet, but Jason Beber will be competing.
Jason Beber's supposed to compete too. Evan Ariondo, something like that. So, man, it's going to be a big representation from all over the state, up into the Virginias. So you want to be there. And again, this is a seminar that is, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say this is benefiting Professor Hubal Karyaksha to help him and with his medical expenses. He had a stroke a couple months back, and he's just now getting back on his feet. And as all of you know, our medical insurance system is FUBAR as hell. So I'm not going to get into that. They'll get me back on politics, but
we take care of each other.
I can't even imagine. He just hit it. Jiu-jitsu community, we got to take care of each other. So it costs $10 to $15 to get in. My God, if you don't have $10, $15, then just shoot yourself in the damn foot and bring your gis
to GIs
to gis for GIs and just stop doing jiu-jitsu. Okay, please. But get out there and support these guys. It's going to be phenomenal. John Bagels Telford did a great job matchmaking on this event, so we got to support them. The Pan Ams this week, you can watch those on Flow Grappling, and want to make sure that you go on there, go on Flow Grappling, and support the local competitors. I think she said Sabrina Wright, Mary Holmes, Brian Edwards, Cliff White.
Jacqueline.
And Jacqueline.
And Caitlin.
And Caitlin will be competing. Actually, CJ. I know CJ's competing.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more.
CJ Murdoch, Josh Murdoch. I think he's competing too. I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of people from the North Carolina area that's probably going to go out there and represent. And one of the reasons I think that North Carolina gets overlooked is because we don't put each other out there enough. We have some talented grapplers in the Carolinas, and we don't talk about each other enough. The one thing I've noticed is that when we send somebody to big tournaments, most of the time they do well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just think about what I just said.
Just looking at those awards that Dirty White Belt Radio did, seeing what everybody had won that was nominated, and I'm sure there was people that didn't get nominated that had also won big
huge
medals.
accomplishments.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just, we need to stop being so cliquey and love each other.
Yeah, stop being cliquey.
Do you think that's ever going to happen, man?
They say for y'all to take my clapper, but I'm still got it.
Please. It's mine. It's supposed to be my clapper.
Technically, it's mine.
Khalil, it's his podcast. I can't take the clapper. I will get choked out tomorrow morning.
You're welcome.
So what else do we have on there on the list? Oh,
so
we got to talk about this.
Oh God, can we just go to UFC?
You want to go to the UFC?
A bicycle with one wheel is a unicycle, just so you know.
We already went over that. Thank you.
It is not.
Why am I getting it late then, Matt?
Way behind.
Matt, you're feeding me late stuff.
Dude, you're like 10 minutes behind, bro.
We already.
I guess there's a delay, but Matt, I love you.
You're gonna be something else if you don't pass them M&Ms over here, buddy.
That's my bag, so he didn't get one today.
Did you do that hand-eye coordination, guys?
I went and got,
How's your elbow, by the way?
It hurts like hell. My elbow hurts.
Oh.
Do you want to tell anybody what happened?
Hell no, I don't want to talk about it. It hurts.
It didn't happen then, so your elbow doesn't hurt.
I've got this ice over here. I've got this ice over here, and it's actually melted and leaking all over the place. I got to get rid of it.
I was wondering what that bag was.
Guys, they're still in there rolling too. It's 9 o'clock.
Come to check Matt Charlotte and just roll while we're having a podcast. Yep. So hey, real fast, new person came in tonight. What happened?
Oh yeah, who was that? How did that do? I didn't get to.
Hell,
really
he's
watch
still
it
in
very
there?
much. No, he left.
Oh, did he leave?
Yeah.
So who's in there rolling? Eddie and Kenny?
Eddie and Kenny.
I'm glad I left. Fucking, my elbow hurts.
Wah.
You want to tell people why your elbow hurts?
I said no.
People.
I just want to keep complaining about it.
Oh, people.
The people want to know.
That's what you get when you do catch wrestling on poor little defenseless BJJ players.
Well,
Karma will come and get you.
I bet that's the last damn catch wrestling I do. That's some bullshit. You know you're old when you go to pop somebody's foot and your elbow pops. That's old as hell, man. That's bad. That's bad.
Breadism number 45.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm gonna write a book about those.
It could be a whole book for sure.
guys, I don't want
We
you
got to get Eddie in here at some point.
Look.
He comes in before he stops because he can give us a whole list.
I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but this Stormy Daniels chick, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, good God. Why did you want to talk about her?
I'm just saying, this is the type of shit that pisses me off.
Okay.
She's a porn star.
Okay.
What's
Who
that
gives
matter?
a shit?
What do you mean by that?
She's
So are you triggered by porn
wait a minute,
stars?
stop, hold on, whoa. Are you saying that you need for me to define and clarify and
Are
give
you
a
saying-
verbal visualization to our viewers of what a porn
No,
star
I'm
is?
not asking you to explain to me what a porn star is. I'm just asking, what do you mean by she's a porn star? Yes, she is, but does that make her less of a person?
Oh my good lord. Good googly
Can I
moogly.
do this? Can
Yes.
I play?
Yes, you can, because that's the type of shit I was just talking about a minute
Can
ago.
can I do
About
this to you
Nick
right now?
saying titties and then somebody getting offended. Stormy Daniels
So I'm
agreed.
gonna
Hold on,
play
wait a minute.
devil's advocate like you do.
No. Don't play devil's advocate. Stormy Daniels agreed not to talk about Big Daddy D, Donald Trump, and her relationship. Not that they ever really had one. I don't believe they had one. I don't believe it.
Say that again.
I don't believe it. I don't believe
Agreed not to talk about the
So why
relationship
would
that they
his-
didn't have.
Why would his lawyer pay her all this money then if they didn't have a relationship?
It's called hush money for a reason.
it. No.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Nobody forks out that
Hey,
kind of money.
Stormy,
for
don't
something
talk
that didn't
about your
happen.
titties.
Let me tell you why. Just hear me out.
Even though
More
everybody's
than
seeing them.
likely, this is another one of those fabrications by those 13 Russians that are in an indictment.
Oh God.
That's what I think.
Has Donald come out and said that this is a fabrication?
Ronald Reagan is rolling
He
over. He's
can't.
great.
Donald Trump can't talk about it because they agreed not to.
No, because here's her issue. She says that the hush order is invalid because he never signed it.
Oh my God. Nick, you should be ashamed of yourself if you even acknowledge that. Don't you do it. Your man card's been revoked.
No. I'm taking my coffee back.
I'm giving it back. I'm giving you the man card back
Thank
right
you.
now. Now, you gonna take up with Big Daddy D or you gonna take up with Stormy Daniels? How in the hell could you support a person named Stormy Daniels?
That's not
think.
her real name.
That is her real name. She changed it when she's.
Look, we don't have needs. Even Big Daddy Donald D has needs.
So she has needs.
I'm sure she has
Okay,
needs.
so why she gotta talk about it?
Exactly.
Especially
What's
if
it
it
matter?
didn't happen. If it didn't happen.
Did he grab her by the cooch?
No,
Apparently.
it didn't happen, Nick. This is a fabrication.
That's
brother.
what I'm saying.
There's no way his lawyer would come out of his own pocket, by the way,
It was a deep pocket.
to pay her off.
It's a deep,
To shut up.
deep.
You want to know the tell sign that it's fabricated? What was the amount? Like $160,000?
It was never disclosed.
No, I saw it in an article today.
I don't think the true amount was ever disclosed, though.
It was about $160,000. Big Daddy D doesn't pay $160,000 in hush money.
He didn't pay anything.
He
That's
pays.
the point.
He doesn't let his lawyers pay $160,000. Big Daddy D pays $1.6 million. That's what Big Daddy D does. When something's really getting to him and it's the truth, he opens the checkbook.
You don't
Okay.
you don't stay that rich by giving your money away.
He throws the checkbook
Rich
out there.
people are cheap. So they'll get.
That's why Stormy got 160 grand instead of 1.6 million.
Because it's not true. It's the Russians.
Look, okay, so I want to bring this up real fast.
Why can't it be the Russians?
So I want to.
Hold on, wait a minute.
No. It
Just so
could.
you know, bread offends me on almost a daily basis.
You hear this shit?
In case you were wondering.
This is that soccer mom shit I was talking about earlier.
Lord Jesus, I feel the spirit moving in me. Nicole's not telling the truth.
Hey man.
What
I did that for my own survival.
Did you? I understand, Nick. I'm not going to hold it against you.
Thank you.
Although I will take your man card for myself.
Wait a minute. Whoa. I'm really disappointed here. Are you telling me with a straight face that you believe a porn star over the president of the United States? Think about that shit for me. I want you to think about that for a
This
yes,
is just a fucking ridiculous
let me tell you
comparison
why.
anyway.
I'm just saying.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Because she's a porn star and is obviously not ashamed to disclose the things that she's into. But Donald Trump
She's not afraid to take off
does
her
want
clothes
to
either.
hide.
No, that's not
Donald
true.
Trump does want to hide the things that he's
No, that's
into.
not true. Donald Trump came out and he said with a straight face, he did not budge, and he said that he grabbed him by the cooch. He did.
It is on video.
He said it.
No,
So-
he said that in a locker room, didn't he? Or
No, but
what?
he
No,
said
he
that.
said it on,
wasn't-
I think he said it on national
No,
TV.
he said that he said it in the locker room. So why would he say that he grabbed him by the cooch, and then say that he didn't have?
Has he said
Hold on,
he
wait a
didn't
minute.
have? He
Hold on, wait.
hasn't said that he didn't have relations with her. He hasn't acknowledged it.
Wait, don't pull the Bill Clinton. I did not have
Exactly.
And that's the type
sexual
of people.
relations.
That's the type of
Hey,
people.
I'm sure there was
that woman,
somebody defending
Monica
Bill
Lewinsky.
Clinton like you are right now.
I'm not defending him. I'm
I'm
telling you
just saying,
facts.
I'm sure people believe
He's stirring the
Bill
pot. You
Clinton.
know it as
I
well
know
as
he
I
is.
do.
He knows what he did.
No,
Because he has needs.
don't. He said that shit. I'm
did.
ashamed of you.
I did say that shit.
I'm ashamed.
Clap me.
Fuck, I'm sorry. He got a hold
Shame.
of clapper again.
Look,
Shame.
if you name your daughter Stormy,
Her real name isn't Stormy. She changed
I
it.
know. I'm just saying.
I can't believe. Again, I want you to think about this. I want both of you to sit here and think, and I want our viewers to think. You believe a porn star
Yes.
over the president of the United
Has
States
he
of America,
spoken on the matter?
the defender of the free. He's not allowed to talk.
You
about
act like he's fucking He-Man and somebody else is in the corner fucking
our-
Two-Face
like
guy
all of our
and Skeletor.
presidents don't lie.
He's the only one that don't.
Holy shit.
Wait a minute.
Next.
So I don't understand this, Nick. Okay, because I know you're a big.
I'm on your side on this one, but
Okay,
that,
wait.
I mean,
Wait a
come
minute.
on.
What has Donald Trump lied about?
If this was the other way around.
No, I'm being serious.
Listen.
That's why. This is why I
We
like.
don't know what he's lied about because they're lies.
He doesn't lie. That's why y'all hate
Listen
him.
to me. Listen to me. If this was the other way around,
Every businessman lies.
and it was a female president and a male porn star, who would you side with?
I would
Dirk
believe the.
Diggler and Hillary Clinton. Just imagine it.
That's
Everybody close
different.
your eyes
Ron-
and imagine it.
Ron Jeremy and Hillary Clinton. They're
That's
the same age, right?
No. That's different. Hillary Clinton is a lying,
Holy shit.
sniveling, deceitful
He ain't
hornswoggler.
She has
Okay?
narcolepsy though.
She is a. If there's anybody that is a liar, it is Hillary Clinton. It is a, and that is a proven fact.
She
I'm
might
not
come.
gonna
She
disagree
might
with you.
come and kill us though.
All right,
So you got to use somebody else. You
Okay.
can't use Hillary Clinton.
Oprah. If she runs.
Oh
for
my
president
God, that's you.
And
Really?
Ron Jeremy comes out.
Okay.
I'd be happy for her because Gail ain't giving her no dick.
I think that Oprah has a boyfriend. They just never got married.
Stu.
Whatever. I don't know what his name is.
You remember Stu?
Her name was Gail.
She used to always.
No, Gail's her best friend.
Come on.
Remember she used to show Stu on the shows. I remember when I was a little boy, my mom would be sitting there watching that shit. I'd be so pissed. And Oprah would just flash Stu up on the screen. And I sit there thinking to myself, you disgust me. Where's your man card? He just looked like he was told, go in there and damn sweep the
What
floor.
would be wrong with that?
Of course. I mean,
What would be wrong with nothing?
she's worth $300 million. I'd sweep her floor.
Seriously.
Oh my God! Now Amanda,
Thank you.
viewers, is one of my blue belt.
My blue belt.
She's on here sending me Facebook messages talking about Trump Daddy.
Send them on.
What did she say?
Send
I
them
need to
on
know.
YouTube, Nicole.
Amanda.
I mean,
Oh, now she's making stuff up.
What did she say?
She's making things up. Amanda's making stuff up right
I
now.
don't think you should accuse a lawyer of making things up. That's like defamation or something.
Yeah, but her being a blue belt overrules her being a
conjecture.
lawyer. That's like the rule of law. It's in the
It,
law.
it is. She
What
did.
did she
It's in
say?
the Constitution.
She signed that when she got through
It's in
the
the
bar.
Constitution. She's making up stuff on the President of the United States. I'm not even going to address this. I'm not even going to address that.
I got it.
I'm not even
Oh!
I'm not even going to address this. I'm not even going to address it.
Address it. Twinkles, address it for us, please.
Okay, so she's saying that, and I do like this. The issue with Trump and his grab him by the pussy comment is not his word choice.
Did she type that
Hold on,
out?
wait a minute.
Yes.
Hold on, wait a
She
minute.
You're
You-
not. It's my turn. Shh.
You can't
my
say
turn.
that word on my podcast. I'm offended.
The cooch.
There you go. That's better.
So it's the fact. It's the fact that he's bragging about having sexually assaulted women.
When did he brag about sexually
It's-
assaulting a
so
woman?
basically, she's saying what I said. I don't get offended by you saying titties or whatever, but if you're sitting here talking about sexually assaulting a woman, yeah, that's offensive.
I can see that.
When did he brag about sexually assaulting a woman?
Well, I mean, there is a news clip photo of him actually saying
That he sexually assaulted a woman.
no, but I grabbed him by the.
How do you know that they didn't?
We don't.
Okay, then.
We
So you
don't.
can't say he
She said-
sexually assaulted a woman.
She said he could have said grab them by the hoo-ha and it would have been just as offensive. It's a whole different situation than throwing the word titties around.
So if he says grab him by the hoo-ha, that means
no,
that-
he was referring to a woman I
Okay,
think he had an
so-
encounter with that he just
Okay,
grabbed her by.
Okay, so wait,
Oh,
wait.
but you guys are adding stuff.
No,
to
no,
it.
no. I want to.
That's not what he said.
Okay,
You tell us.
I was
take-
there.
take
I was there.
take this back to the 1950s
Okay.
when Ward Cleaver was around.
Ward Cleaver.
All
I
right.
don't know who that is.
So
Leave it to me.
imagine Ward coming home going, "Honey, I just want to touch your titties tonight." That word, I don't even know. It probably was used, but I mean, it was never spoken about. It's just how society has become more open as time has gone on.
No, it's the difference between coming home and telling your wife that you would like to grab her titties and sitting
I'm
here
sure
and having
Ward
a
Cleaver said
conversation
that, though.
and saying, I'm going to walk up to this random girl I don't know and I'm going to grab her titties.
You are
Woman,
adding stuff to
Take
what
your
he
top
said.
off and get in the bed.
You're adding meaning to what he said. That's not what
Oh,
he
my
said.
God.
He said in the locker room that it is locker room talk, and I'm not saying I'm not
Oh,
saying
yeah.
it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
So you're saying locker room talk was actually taken out of the locker room and
No.
transposed into
Yes.
something else?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, look.
So it's okay
I
to
see
joke
that
about
point.
assaulting women sexually?
How is that? Wait a minute. Again, how do you know that it was a sexual assault? How do you
I'm
not
pretty-
know? How do you not know that he was talking about? He could have been talking about him and Melania.
I think that
How do you know he wasn't talking about him and
pretty
Melania?
sure the whole, I think there was context and everything.
No,
included into this.
there was not. Tell me how you don't know.
Well, we
he was
will,
talking
we
about
will
him
never
and
know
Melania.
the context.
Oh, well,
I'm pretty sure we do. I'm pretty sure Amanda knows the context, and if she would like to.
Amanda's not on the podcast.
Okay.
I mean, what was the context, though?
Thank you. That's
Okay, it's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy.
Who said that?
Who the fuck do you think said it?
I don't think that's what you said.
Okay.
Where did you get that at? Show it to me. Let me read it. Let me read
There's
it.
a transcript.
Let
in
me
the
read
New
it.
York Times.
Let me read the transcript. See, she don't want to let me read the transcript. That's how she does. That's how they do. Let me, like I can
Well-
see from over here. I'm blind. You know this.
He said I did try and fuck her. She was married.
He was talking about Ivanka Trump. I mean,
No.
he's married to her. That's not what he was talking about?
I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there, and she was married.
Diane, who do you think he was talking about? You can't retract your message, Diane. We already saw it. It was on a bus. He was on a live mic, and he was talking to one other guy.
Donald. Donald.
Yeah, he said, yeah, that's her with the gold. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they just let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
But he didn't say he did. I'm just saying he said.
He said you could.
No, I'm not taking up for him on this. Donald, you're fired. I'm just saying you're fired, dude. I can't even make up anything.
No. Do not. Stand up, sir. Announce yourself.
Kenzo Romero is trying to sneak out of the studio.
Come on.
Fuck.
Oh, I like your hat.
I know.
Please show them.
Show him.
Couple.
Look at that. It was also about 30 years ago, by the way.
Oh, well, you're introduced.
You look good.
Now, bye.
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 They're pulling transcripts out on this stuff, Kenny.
And we have in the corner, in the blue corner, fighting at 135 pounds, Wonder Bread. I don't know, just saying
Jesus
that.
Lord.
That just ruined my whole podcast night.
I'm trying. Look, he just walked in.
That's why you shouldn't. Never mind. Let's go to UFC 223.
I don't even want to now.
222, 220.
What ruined your night?
Listening that Big Daddy D said that.
You know you're laughing inside.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing. Why would I be laughing? I honestly thought that he was
picking him up like a bowling ball.
putting that what?
I'm gonna grab this bowling ball by the pussy. Is that what you thought?
No! You two are such smart asses. It's okay. We'll see how much smart asses you are tomorrow.
I won't be here
I
tomorrow.
thought, hold on. I thought
She just confirmed what I was thinking.
it's disappointing. It's really disappointing.
You're disappointed in Big Daddy.
I'm disappointed in Big Daddy. I'm gonna send him a tweet. I'm gonna send him a tweet.
We'll see if he replies. What are you going to send this tweet? And what are you going to put in
He's
it?
gonna be like, I think he'll reply and be like, "You're fucking late."
Dude, you think
you're
you might?
late to the party?
You think you might say that?
That'd be awesome if he did reply to you because
If
that
he
means
said
you
that,
win.
that would be epic. If he said that,
It would be funnier if he just blocked you.
you can't block me.
Yes, I can.
I'm a voter.
Matt says, I just think it's funny how the same people that think he lies all the time hold him to his words on that.
That's true. That's a good point.
So good point, Matt.
That's a good point, Matt. Hey, did somebody send that to Amanda? Miss
Oh,
Lawyer,
she sees it.
Miss Lawyer Lady. Come on my podcast, sending me messages and shit. Damn her. I knew I should. This is what happens when you have a lawyer.
Damn her for making points.
Oh, she made a damn good one, too. Damn Donald Trump. Unbelievable. Absolutely unreal. Oh, well. What we got next?
Yeah, what's next on the
UFC.
By the way, on that, I lost on that one, guys. Anybody listen to the podcast?
Appreciate
Wait. That
Okay,
was
we got
that
it on
was
recording, right?
1 hour, 12 minutes, and 27 seconds. Bread says he lost.
I did. I lost. I should have known better. Should have known better.
Are you still gonna call him Big Daddy Donald D?
I'm gonna call him Big Dumbass right now. I can't even believe. Okay, how the fuck did they record it?
That I don't know. It says it was an open mic, and I guess the New York Times got the transcript.
Jesus Christmas! What an idiot. Well,
So when you're president, just
Actually,
remember
you know what?
that 10 podcasts or maybe more are going to come back to haunt you.
Actually, you know what? I'm not disappointed that he got caught saying it. I'm disappointed that he said it.
I'm sure
So
that
just
he.
imagine what he says when he's not on the mic.
Well, one thing I can say about him is that, well, I mean, he just lets whatever fly out of his mouth. So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Which is why I like him. I don't have to guess.
Had he even known he was being
I agree.
recorded, he probably would have said the same thing because he has no filter.
But that's
I
that's
agree
why
with that.
that's why I like him as a president,
Yeah.
because he I don't have to guess with him, and that's the one thing that for me, and I mean this wholeheartedly, Obama, I don't give a fuck if he's black, red, white, green, toothless with purple fucking stripes running up his ass. I don't trust him. George Bush,
That was me.
I trust George Jr. more than I probably trusted any of them, just because I have empathy for him for what he walked into. But he's a liar. Bill Clinton, a liar. George Sr., liar. Reagan, a liar. That sorry son of a bitch, Jimmy Carter, I think he's a liar too.
You really have it out for Jimmy
I
Carter.
hate that motherfucker, dude. He used to interrupt my Scooby-Doo cartoons. I don't like him. But anyways, they're all liars. Hillary Clinton, liar. They just lie. They lie. They lie. I mean, they look at you with those big fake smiles, and they just lie. They never say anything. They never say anything that is outright confrontational.
Well, like I was having a conversation with Eddie the other day. You know, we love presidents that are good speakers. You know,
Matt, I will find the recording. He does say that the guy was leading him on, so it might have been a trap. We'll have to pull the recording.
You can't be in
Oh,
trap.
so are we going back to blaming other people? This is the pussification. We're blaming somebody else for what Trump said.
No.
No.
That's no.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
That's
right
not
now.
the pussification.
No.
Don't
That,
try
that
that
is a
shit.
pussification.
Don't try
We're
that shit.
blaming somebody else for the words that came out of his mouth.
The
No, not at
pussification
all.
of America started with soccer moms and bicycle helmets, which you
No,
wholeheartedly
you
sat over
just
there
said
and
that
said
it
that you wanted to
came
wear
from
bicycle
people-
helmets.
I was reading
Blaming someone else's.
one of our
someone else.
loyal watchers,
Matt, or is Matt?
Matthew Wright. Yes.
Matthew Wright.
Matthew Wright, that's a man of integrity right there. buddy.
Integrity.
I love you,
America.
but that's pussification.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Well, all right, we're getting away from Donald Trump.
All right.
We're not allowed. I'm not talking about Donald Trump for another 10 minutes.
I've been begging. That
UFC
this whole time.
222.
Oh my goodness, UFC
So
222.
it was 222 because he wrote the wrong thing on the
So
notes,
I just want to talk about the Frankie Edgar fight. Frankie Edgar and Brian Torres.
which was apparently really
So,
sad.
okay, what weight do you think Frankie should be fighting at?
115, no doubt.
No doubt, 100%.
No doubt. That son of a bitch is a smile. Every weight he fights, he looks like a midget standing
He
there
is always the smallest
at
person.
55,
At
at 45,
45.
and if he went down to 35, I'm pretty damn sure. Like, I couldn't imagine him fighting Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is way bigger than Frankie Edgar. Dominic Cruz is a monster.
What do you think Dominic walks around at? Normal weight.
Oh man, 170.
That's funny.
160?
What do you think Frankie walks around at? I mean, we know Frankie walks around at like 150 something.
I honestly think Frankie Edgar. No, I think Frankie Edgar walks around at between 145 and 150.
Wonder. What do you think Frankie Edgar walks around at?
I agree with them. He's too small to be anything bigger than 150, 155.
Okay.
And he's tiny.
So why
He
do you
is
think
tiny.
he doesn't cut down to 125?
Because at the end of the day,
Hold on, say that again?
DJ,
no, my God, he's not. Here's
Pound for pound, best
now
fighter
listen.
in the world.
Jesus H
Oh my
Christmas.
God.
Here we go with
Get
this
off.
shit again. DJ Johnson's the best ever been fighter in the world because he fights a bunch.
Do you want to talk about John Jones right now?
John
Do you want
Jones?
to talk about John Jones right now?
is the greatest fucking MMA fighter that's ever lived, and you will watch your tongue, sir, when you are in my presence talking about John Douglas Jones. Is his middle name Douglas?
I don't know, man. That's not
What are you over there making eyes at? John Jones is again. I don't care about the steroid shit. Tell me who has even remotely challenged John Jones. One man, Alexander Gustafsson. Every challenge that has been thrown up in front of John Jones, he has destroyed. Vitor Belfort, Lyoto Machida, Alexander Gustafsson, Daniel Cormier twice. There is no one better than John Jones. And that is the end of the story. You can sit over that little smirky look on your face, and you can have your little curly-headed friend over there making his faces, okay? The end of the damn day, John Jones is the best fighter in the world. End of story. And you know what's so great about him suspending him? I hope they suspend him for the rest of his damn life. Because forevermore, he will be the greatest, and I do mean the greatest, world champion that has ever lived. If there's anybody better than him, the only person would be Brock Lesnar, and I'm going to end it on that.
You can put Brock in front of Fedor.
Jesus Christ.
thank you.
He's better than Fedor.
Will you bring your little stupid beanbag chair and sit over here?
Why would I do that?
Halls.
But are you going to tell me that Brock Lesnar not right up there with John Jones?
So, what do you think about Ortega versus Holloway?
In your comparison, yes.
What is wrong with you, man? Why are you such a hater? Why do you drink haterade? You should live in Gastonia.
Michael, you
And
are
drink-
the hater king of haters.
I am not a hater. I'm not a hater.
right. What was the question?
So, what do we think about Ortega versus Holloway?
I think, in my opinion, that Brian Ortega, if he steps into the ring with Max Holloway, win, lose, or draw, that John Jones is still the greatest fucking pound for pound champion that has ever lived. That's my opinion on any UFC fight right now, including no horse head.
Next fight.
Well, I would like Holloway to win, by the way, in case anybody was wondering
Oh
what
my!
opinion was.
What?
Well, why though?
I'm shocked.
Really,
at it.
really like him.
I figured you liked Ortega.
I really like Max Holloway.
Have you seen Brian Ortega?
No.
You guys,
That's why she wants Holloway to
yeah,
win.
why? You guys were supposed to watch the fight
who
with us.
was that?
What happened?
Would you please come over here so I can look around? Who
We
did-
got wings and beer, and nobody showed. Well,
Where?
Everybody showed. But Except
well,
you two.
who was that we saw Max Holloway in the fight with that one time where they like at the 10-second bell they just like made this mutual agreement to just rock 'em, sock 'em, robot each other.
Nobody cares who that was. It was Max Holloway.
It was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Max Holloway had this fight in the bag. All he had to do was, survive the last 10 seconds of the fight. The 10-second ticker goes off, and they just look at each other and they nod and they just
go at it.
I remember the fight we're
just
talking
fucking go
about.
at it, and I've loved him ever since.
I remember that fight, and it was pretty damn impressive.
It
But
was
one
an
thing
amazing fight.
That was like Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor.
sort of.
Yes.
Nah, this one was pretty a little bit more. That was a little bit more dramatic what they did.
Only these
It
two
was,
people
I
were
agree,
bitches.
Yeah.
What sticks out in my mind about that fight you're talking about for Max Holloway is that as awesome as it was, John Jones never makes it to the final 10 seconds of his fight because he whips a man's ass from round 1 into round 5 before the last bell ends. John Jones whips a man's ass. He whips a man's ass. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about Max
So do
Holloway.
you think John Jones whipped Cyborg's ass, who apparently dismantled her opponent in the first fucking round?
You know what? They would have been better off
Christ.
putting me in there fighting Cyborg Saturday night instead of that.
That
poor
was
girl.
that was actually disappointing. I really thought she had a
especially
chance.
after, anybody that I think comes from like Russia, I would think just has a chance. I don't know why. I just feel like
Russians versus Brazilians. That's
like the conditions they grow up in and train in is just far beyond anything that we can even.
I don't think she's from Russia. I think she's from Gastonia.
No, I think,
Seriously.
no, because everybody from Gastonia has a pretty good record.
You know that other Russian? That other girl they claims Russian. She's from Gastonia.
She's training in Florida.
Oh, okay. No.
I mean, do you really want to live in Russia anymore?
I don't know what this has to do with John Jones being the greatest pound for pound fighter, which is what we're talking about.
I thought that this girl would do good because Holly Holm did an amazing job.
I was thinking the
against her.
same thing.
Yeah, that was a really good close fight.
My podcast.
What? Can we stay on topic?
Go ahead, stay on topic. By the way,
His topic is John Jones.
the
There's
only
no
re-
other topic.
the only reason she likes Max Holloway, I'm gonna call you out in front of your boyfriend here. The only reason you like Max Holloway is because you haven't seen Brian Ortega. Watch this. Watch this
No.
podcast view.
Did you watch the fight?
Hold on, wait a minute. No. Watch this. Pull up Brian Ortega right now on Google.
I didn't watch the fight because I was at home, like, dying because I just got home from Virginia that night.
Pull up Brian Ortega.
And, oh, by the way, everybody at that seminar, like, jumped me. So I had to roll a whole bunch of rounds. I was like, I need to get on the level of Leo Vera and all these other world champions that do seminars, and they teach a seminar and then they dip out. We don't have to roll with anybody. Because
I didn't say that.
I got murdered afterwards.
Am I even in the? They can't see me.
You
I don't
are
see what.
just your head.
What is there about Brian Ortega that I would like? I'm sorry.
Okay, she's full of shit right now. I'm
No,
telling you people, give her some time to keep looking at Brian Ortega,
No.
and she'll end up going for Brian Ortega over Max Holloway.
I'm gonna call Ortega over Holloway. I'm gonna.
He's 5'8". That's 1 inch under my limit.
What? Anyways,
we bring this pause of silence in the podcast to you by Flesh and Blood Fightwear and Geese for GIs.
are they an actual sponsor?
very soon, my friend.
Okay.
I keep hearing this every week. It's been like we're on week 3 of saying, and I'm still waiting on Andrew fucking Spotswood
So
to show up to this gym when
Go
I'm here.
to fleshandbloodfightwear.com. Go to the homepage. Everybody right now, go to fleshandbloodfightwear.com.
I have to type in that whole fucking thing you just said.
Check it. Check it. Everybody right now, fleshandbloodfightwear.com. And down at the bottom, you'll see blog post number 1, the top new products. Look at these beautiful, beautiful geese,
Yeah,
which
I
you
want,
saw in person the other day.
I want him to bring the new geese to the gym so that I can try them on.
We are working
You know
on
he's
that.
not
I'm
do
begging
that.
him to do that. I want to give him my money. I want to. I do. But I don't know if his geese will fit my midget body.
Andrew,
He's
if you
ducking
are listening tonight, your call to action.
He's ducking me.
What size are you?
Why are you ducking me, bro?
Are you an A0?
It depends on like the company because I ordered an A0 gi from Tatami and that thing like swallows me whole. And I'm like, who is this A0 made for?
Did you wash and dry it on high?
Okay, hold on.
I washed it in hot water, but I can't dry it on hot because my dryer, the heating element is broken. It's been like that for like a year, so I don't have heat in my dryer. That's a whole,
So you have a tumbler.
yeah. I have to air dry on.
I want to go back to Ortega and Holloway. Why do you think Ortega will win?
Did you just see how...
I saw what he did to Frankie Edgar, yes. But again,
No one has finished Frankie
that's
Edgar
true,
like
but
that.
Max Holloway isn't Frankie Edgar. Max Holloway's 5'9", 5'10", with hands like freaking sledgehammers that move at the speed of light.
So either Frankie Edgar is getting old and slower, but that man has
No,
never gone
I
down
mean,
like
he,
that
he hit him with an
before.
uppercut from hell. I mean, my God.
anything can happen. Every dog has its day.
He
you
hit
know?
him. He hit him with
True.
the shoulder. Ayugan. Is that what? Is that how you say that?
Is the yeah something like that.
Yeah, he's hitting with the Street Fighter uppercut. I mean, that would have dropped anybody.
The street
He
fighter.
did. I mean, that was ridiculous. Did you see Frankie's
Yeah.
feet come up off the mat?
He did.
So I mean,
So
seriously.
was it worse than the Alistair uppercut?
Oh, way worse.
Wasn't that who it was?
Yes, this
It was
uppercut
worse
was
than
bad.
that.
His feet, literally, both his poor little feet just jumped up off the mat, and then he fell down. It was a serious uppercut. He was holding him by the back of the head when he threw it.
So, quick question on that. So, if we go by the theory of fighters here, so Stefan Struve, who fought this week and also beat Stipe.
Boo! I know where you're going. Don't say this. Don't.
Are we doing monkey math right now?
He's about to do
Are
monkey
we
math.
about to do monkey
I was
math?
going to do monkey
He's
math.
about to do monkey math on the
Okay,
podcast.
I'm not going to do.
Don't
I'm not.
do monkey
Okay,
Please
math.
no
don't
more.
do that.
Okay, I'm not going to do monkey math. Fine.
Don't do that. But I'm asking a serious question. Why do you think
I was
Ortega will win?
making a serious point too.
Okay, well, go ahead.
With
Why?
monkey math.
Why do you think that Stefan Struve got the best of Stipe in that fight, and no one else has? Same comparison.
Are you asking a serious question?
Yeah, same comparison to why Brian Ortega caught Frankie Edgar.
Okay, you're saying range and length and height?
Correct.
Okay, but he's not bigger than Max Holloway.
No, you're right.
So why I'm asking you, why do you think Brian Ortega is going to beat Max Holloway?
Just from that one round,
Mhm.
from what he did to dismantle Frankie's complete offensive game,
Okay. He was composed. I mean,
composed, wasn't even breathing hard.
yeah, you're right. Ortega's, I don't think his heart rate got over, it didn't look like it got over 100. He was calm.
At ease and calm. It was like he walked in there with nothing to lose.
Okay.
And Frankie
Well,
had everything to lose.
But yeah, maybe that makes a big difference. Plus, I mean, I don't know. I like to think that that fighters, at
Viewers, chime in, please.
at least the good ones, remain a certain level or keep a certain level of professionalism. But do you think that Frankie took it lightly in his training?
No.
Well, I don't think he took
No.
it lightly, but I think what happened is that he prepared for a different opponent. You guys got to remember, he was preparing for months to fight Max Holloway. And then Max Holloway gets injured, and then that's how the whole Cyborg fiasco when they just went
Okay.
and found a random opponent, and he gets thrown in there against Brian Ortega.
So I want to ask you this as a trainer and a matchmaker. So even if you're getting your cardio ready and you're getting the machine ready to fight, if strategy changes at the last minute, that's the only thing that should change, right?
Well,
All the physical attributes should be high.
yeah. It should already be there, yeah.
Cardio should be there,
Cardio should roll.
and you should adapt. That's the name of the game, right?
Well, hold on though. I mean, here's the problem. I think maybe Frankie, and this is reading into a lot, but maybe Frankie got caught with the Philadelphia Shuffle because he's preparing for Max Holloway, who is a striker extraordinaire.
Right.
And then they pull Max Holloway out of the fight. They tell him he's fighting Brian T.C.D. Ortega, who, on the surface, when you look at Brian Ortega, he's known for his grappling, for his Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, closed guard, catch you with a triangle, guillotine.
And we talked about this. What school is he training out of?
Out of the Torrance Academy. Out there
Torrance
with Henry
Academy.
Gracie.
Henry.
So maybe, and man, I just can't see Frankie Edgar's cornermen and coaches getting hornswoggled like this. But there's a possibility because I've seen it, where maybe somebody says,
Matt,
okay,
I agree. Matt says you would definitely train different depending on who you'd be fighting.
well, that's the point I'm getting to. But hold on. This is why I say it's the Philadelphia Shuffle. If you looked at Brian Ortega on the surface, you would say, okay, we're going from fighting Max Holloway to now we're going to fight a grappler.
Okay.
But if you looked at Brian Ortega's fights, yes, he won those fights by submission, but he fought some dangerous guys, and he was in there with them on his feet. He was handling Cub Swanson on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
He was in there with other people on his feet. He is a, and when you listen to his interviews, I can totally see why trainers would look at his pre-fight interviews and go, yeah, he's trying to throw up a smoke screen.
Well, it
talking
would
about
be
his boxing.
different if Ortega came in there and beat him on the ground, but he beat him where he would have expected to fight Max. So.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that last couple of weeks, they may have switched up and said, okay, we're going to concentrate more on the ground dealing with Ortega than we are, like, we're not going to stay the course. We're going to switch things up here and do a little bit more focus on the ground. And, because to me, I'm watching Frankie, and his timing looked off.
Mm-hmm.
His timing looked off. Now, that could easily be attributed to the fact that Brian Ortega is 5'8" and rangy, has a really good long reach.
I agree with that.
And he did a phenomenal job. The most impressive thing to me about Brian Ortega was his distance management. And that could have thrown Frankie off, but at the same time, it could have been maybe the 2 weeks leading up to it. Maybe he stopped concentrating on the striking aspect.
But Frankie is a wrestler at heart.
Yeah, he's a wrestler at heart, but he's a wrestler boxer. I mean, he's always had real good hand speed. The thing he's known for the most is footwork and his head movement. And he's always been able to move his head well, move his feet well, switch stances, get inside, and hit you on the way in with big shots, and then take you down as you're back on your heels. I think maybe they got caught with the Philadelphia Shuffle. I think they overthought it. I think that maybe they should have stayed the course. Just said, fuck it. We are who we are. We're going to go. But I think maybe they tried to over-prepare for that ground game, and maybe the timing got threw off on their feet. Well, fuck, I don't know. Maybe Brian Ortega's just a bad motherfucker. I mean, it happens. We find these people. I mean, I remember I was at Conor McGregor's first fight in the UFC in Atlanta, and you could not have convinced me that he would have been a world champion.
Yep.
I don't give a damn how much he talked. When I saw him fight in Atlanta, Georgia, there was no way on earth that you was going to convince me that he was the next big thing. Especially in that division, because you got to remember, Jose Aldo was the champion.
Yep.
And you definitely would not have told me that Conor McGregor
at that time would have beaten
Jose Aldo. I would have never believed that. I would have never believed he would have beat Mendez. I'd have never believed he'd have beat Pettis or any of those guys in the 45, 55 pound range. But I mean, look at what happened. And maybe Brian Ortega's that dude. I thought Frankie Edwards was going to kill him. I thought he was going to run through him.
I honestly did too.
I thought he was going to run through that, man. I mean, and that was, again.
He came out, he was very tentative with his takedowns. And I guess the range thing did have something to play because Brian definitely had inches on him.
You don't meet a lot of MMA fighters that can control distance. Distance management is something you tend to see more with professional boxers
And wrestlers, though.
and wrestlers. You know, you just don't. A lot of MMA fighters, you know, they fight linear, straight forward, straight back, and it just turns into balls to the wall until you can get a hold of somebody or knock them out with a shot. But that kid, man, his jab was on point. I mean, he was throwing. I was impressed.
Do we know who his striking coach is?
Well, according to the video, it's his homegrown coach there, wherever he's from.
Okay.
But I did notice in some of the other videos that he was at Black House doing a lot of training.
Ah.
I can tell you this, though. He's got probably the best close guard work I've seen in years.
Mm-hmm.
His close guard work is ridiculous.
Oh, coming out of that Torrance Academy.
Oh, and of course coming out of the actual Gracie Academy. I mean, that's, you know, goes without saying. But, man, he's impressive. He's impressive. Do you think Max Holloway's going to beat him?
Yes.
Honestly, you do.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I can't give you guys an educated answer because I didn't get to watch that fight. And I haven't watched this guy fight at all that I remember. So, but, you know.
So make this a point on the next podcast.
I'm going to be a
number
nut
11.
hugger and say that Max Holloway is going to win.
So
Yeah.
watch the Brian Ortega fight, and we'll bring this up next podcast and throw it back out there.
And you know what? To say Max Holloway is going to beat him is not far-fetched. I mean, Max Holloway dismantled
But he's
Jose
coming off
Aldo twice.
he's coming off a serious knee injury.
Well, that's true.
Have they set up a
That
date when they're hoping
changes-
it's going to happen?
That changes your game. I don't think so yet. He's still on.
Yeah, he's still on
God,
medical.
we're gonna be
Still
talking about this
medical
next year.
suspension. Yeah.
But I tell you what, we can talk about real quick. We can forego that cyborg shit if you guys want, because I mean, she's
Sure.
just
Well, no.
that just makes no sense. But I tell you what, we can talk about Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov.
That is this is going to be the fight of the year, hands down. Going to be the fight of the year.
Eddie, you could dye your hair back blonde and you could be like his little mascot. You wouldn't even have to wear the hat.
I think I'll just keep my hair like this, maybe grow my facial hair out a little bit, and I'll just be the bear that he wrestles. Actually, I feel sorry for that bear. I don't want to be the bear.
Who you got? Who you think's gonna win, Nick?
Khabib.
Who you think's gonna win?
I'm going to go with never.
I am getting ready to shock the world, and I'm going with Tony Ferguson.
Why are you going with Tony
I'm
Ferguson?
going with Tony Ferguson. And I'm going to tell you why. I think he is going to assault Khabib's face before Khabib puts him down. I think he's going to go into it with the game plan that my old striking coach would utilize when we would fight wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
And our theory was we're going to unload hell. We're going to be down in our legs. We're not going to move backwards. You may take us down, but it's not going to be off of our heels. So when we go down, we're either going to be scrambling back up or we're going to close our guard up. And I think that's what Tony Ferguson's going to do. I think he's going to hurt him. And I think Khabib's going to get him down. But I think when he gets him down, I think that I honestly believe this. I believe that Tony Ferguson's rubber guard work is going to be the difference, and it's going to throw Khabib off, and I think he's either going to catch him or he's going to make Khabib disengage, and they're going to come back up to their feet, and he's going to catch him on his feet.
So whose engine do you think is better?
I think Khabib's engine is better usually. But you got to remember something, guys. Everybody can get in fantastic shape. But can you get in fantastic shape when your damn orbital bone is broke? Can you get in fantastic shape when your eyes is watering when somebody's hitting you with them hot pepper flakes like Nate Diaz does?
Mm-hmm.
Then the oxygen tank goes low. Then you start to panic.
I just don't think there's a whole lot you can do to a guy that's training, and like I said, the people that train and live in conditions like he does, like that's a whole nother world.
Bull butter. That motherfucker, he trains at Checkmat, a.k.a. out in California. That son of a bitch ain't fooling nobody. He ain't going back over to Siberia. And if he does, I don't give a damn where you train. An eye jammy's an eye jammy. He's going to get an eye jammy. Now, even if he wins, I'm telling you right now, he's going to get hit in his eye.
Okay,
Tony Ferguson is going to knock the shit out of him.
So are you going to call it as a TKO, KO, submission?
I'm going to call it KO or submission, third round.
What,
Wow.
what can we
save this sound clip so when he tries to turn around the day of the fight and say that Khabib's gonna win.
1 hour, 39 minutes.
That
and 5
he's
seconds.
famous for it.
You
Tell
know.
him, Eddie.
You know.
Tell them, Eddie.
Who's
He's
famous for what?
You.
For what?
Oh, he'll just say that John Jones should have beat Khabib.
By the way, we were talking about writing a book about breadisms, and I'm not good at thinking on the spot, but I know that you can tell us all of them.
I can tell you a.
I
vast
remember the
majority.
fleas on Fluffy,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you have a lot more.
Fleas on Fluffy, eye jammy, hot pepper flakes. Dang, I mean, there's just so many. He's got a lot of them.
You'd have to hit Jordan Varela up for this.
Yeah.
Jordan
I think
is
Jordan
the
has a
maestro
book. I think Jordan has written a book on
on breadisms.
he calls them Alanisms.
So let's talk about the disappointment of the year for you, which was a truck full of Bush beer falling over.
God, this is you guys make light of this shit, and is this the final topic?
Yes.
This is the final topic.
Are you done drinking Bush beer? Can we
Regina.
at least admit that? Because you've sent me text of you buying. Sponsored by Lagunitas.
Guys, you know, if y'all don't want to talk about this is okay, but this is a
Can I pause you for a second to say that your wife messaged me to let me know that the sound is painful when we get louder?
Thank you. These are the things that I needed to know. With
I've tried telling you it's painful in my ears, but I mean, she's on a device in which you can control the volume, so
Yes,
I'm not sure what
I can control the volume. There, I've fixed it. Hopefully that should be a little bit lower. But if we
Alright.
yell, it
Could,
may be
could you
different.
imagine if Steven Spielberg put a movie out and the volume was fucked up in the theater?
I am not Steven Spielberg.
So, yeah.
I have not claimed to be.
But you are the producer.
I am the producer. And I'm getting better every day.
Have you ever had a Bush beer?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
I grab. Never mind.
Do you have nightmares about it?
About
Did
Bush?
you,
No.
Did you grab that Bush?
I grabbed
by
that
the
bush.
He grabbed that beer by the bush.
I grabbed that beer by the bush and put it down and got a Milwaukee's best.
Hey, you
instead.
know
Oh, no!
You know what's great about you guys saying that? You know who is hot right now? Pissed off.
I don't want you to say any names.
Amanda Cargyle.
Oh, no, she's not.
I bet she's
No.
hot, hated.
She's like me. Like, I feel like she has a good sense of humor and she's rational about the things that upset her. And
Well, she shouldn't be. She shouldn't be.
she
because
should
this-
be rational.
No, because this man just sat here, okay, on a public broadcast
Public.
and said he grabbed that beer by the bush.
Well,
No, she said I grabbed that
Can
beer
I
by
get the
bush.
clapper, please?
No.
She said I grabbed that beer
I
by
was
the bush.
referring to an inanimate
She was leading me
object.
on a hot mic.
I wasn't
It's
talking.
not my fault.
Listen, guys, we're getting away from the true
Can
calamity
we talk
here.
about this beer right here that you have me drinking?
Yes, please.
It tastes like marijuana smells.
Yes, that's why we like it. So hops and marijuana are
Listen.
very, very closely related.
It smells like marijuana.
60,000 pounds of beer.
I mean, I would cry
Oh,
over.
by the way, which would be $48,000 that they lost.
She calculated this, ladies and gentlemen. She actually
60
calculated the cost.
I googled it.
60,000 pounds of beer.
Do you think this guy still has his job?
That son of a bitch should be in prison. That son of a
Bush,
bitch.
he should get a fucking Medal of Honor.
Are you crazy? That man spilled good, wholesome American beer.
Wait, he did what?
He spilled good, wholesome American beer. Did you just get a soundbite?
I did.
I'm gonna, dude.
What are you calling cutback there for?
He spilled good, wholesome American beer on American transportation roads.
I'm
He should be.
I'm too busy over here shaking my head about the fact that I introduced you to a beer,
Oh, damn
a decent beer,
Is that Amanda?
Yes.
and drinking that shit to be offended.
Amanda, we'll tell her to come on podcast night to practice and bring me some of that delicious beer.
Amanda, you should be a guest on our podcast.
We need her. Yeah, we do need her to come on here so she can tell me when I'm like.
Alcohol abuse.
So she can tell me when I'm getting close to the line.
Solidarity,
I try
Matt.
to tell you when
No,
you're getting close to the line.
no, you tried to pull that shit this morning with Brian Heslin.
What? I did. Brian.
Look, he's not your leaving Las Vegas lawyer.
Can you tell me why we didn't have a mofo and Beehotch of the week?
Well, I couldn't think of anyone who really deserved it.
That's sad.
Okay.
I could
Who?
for the Beehotch. I'm gonna give it to our own.
He won't do it.
Well,
He refuses. It doesn't matter how many medals I win, or classes I run, or seminars I go do.
Money team.
He refuses
I'll tell you who
because
should.
he's a hater.
I'll tell you who should be the Beehotch of the week.
John Jones.
Nick. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You're gonna say me, and I
Hey,
beat you to the
excuse me,
punch.
guys. This is what pisses me off.
I do
You
have.
guys
I
make
can't
an
mute the
award.
mic.
You guys make an award for women, call it the Beehotch of the week, and then you turn around
Carolina
and
BJJ, what's up?
you turn around and use that word speaking down to men. It doesn't make any sense.
No, the Beehotch, which I've learned. Look, I had to take lessons to learn to say that. I had to get
Say
my.
it again.
I had to
Say
get.
it again.
I had to get my diaphragm.
Say it again.
I actually had to read a book on how to say Beehotch rather than saying anything else because I didn't want to offend anybody, and especially you.
We're talking about you just turned around and said you were going to make me the Beehotch of the week. And
I'm
then
making you
said-
the Beehotch
and
of the
then
week.
You said,
No,
it should be John Jones.
no,
and
because
that has two different meanings.
no,
Just
no,
laugh.
because I was just
No,
doing that to
I have to
antagonize
do-
him.
I told you.
I'm here to stir pots too.
I told you to stay out of the conversation about the Beehotch of the week. To never open your mouth.
No,
about the
you
Beehotch
did.
of
You
the week.
didn't.
I did tell you.
Last week you gave me.
I told
he
you.
gave me permission.
He
Last
did,
week.
and it doesn't matter because before you said John Jones, he was going to say Nick.
I know. That's why I cut him off.
That's
So you
different.
guys were doing the same thing
But
at the
it's
same time.
again, it's my podcast. I can say what I want to. I told you not to say anything about the Beehotch. So you gotta do it.
He had
Oh
it.
wait, I gotta get the.
You gotta.
I thought I had the
shoulders.
diaphragm.
You gotta look like a
Beehotch.
cat
There you
that's about to throw up.
Beehotch. Ladies and gentlemen, Beehotch of the week,
Nicole Hunt.
Nicole Hunt.
I appreciate it. I want my fucking quarters.
Oh, that's fucked up. She got us. I told you to shut up.
I just.
told you to shut up, dude.
I
Y'all owe me like
actually
$8.
just cleaned them out the other day.
How did you clean them out?
He told me to sweep the floor.
Oh, the quarters was on the
The
floor.
quarters were on the floor.
What'd you do with them? You should have kept them here.
They're in a bag. I have to get them out again. I will give them to
I want
you.
my fucking quarters.
$8 and quarters will be yours.
Okay, she'll be the first one to collect $8. But okay, mofo of the week.
Mofo of the week.
Since you opened your mouth and we had to do a Beehotch of the week, now we got to do a mofo of the week, and this is where I was hung up
Why were you hung up?
What's
Wait.
happened this week?
Why were you hung up?
because there hasn't been anything going on
You always find something going on. Come on.
that we haven't talked about.
Can we say the mofo of the week is Brian Freeman, who I think is also on this Toro Cup, who's in a fucking wheelchair and still beats people's asses.
I agree. I was gonna say me. But
I'm
I
good.
Think he deserves it more.
Damn, he probably deserves it more than
All the mofos.
all the mofos of the week.
Nicole, we're taking your $8 and quarters and actually giving them.
All in favor of Brian Freeman being mofo of the week, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Okay, it's unanimous. Brian Freeman, congratulations.
And Brian,
you are the mofo of the week.
your nickname
Yeah.
should be Brian fucking Freeman. By the way, just if you wanted to ask me, that's what I think.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
That is.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I like it.
Brian fucking Freeman.
And he should be announced that way.
Yeah.
You guys know what this dude
Uh,
does for a living? Is he like a pastor or something? You guys
Oh, is he? Is he a
I don't-
pastor?
I think
Even
I
better.
Said something.
Even better.
That'd be even better though.
I feel like maybe he was in the service, and anyway, he had to have some kind of back surgery, and he wasn't planning on coming out of that back surgery disabled, but something happened, and he lost use of his legs. But he started doing jiu-jitsu, and I think it's really helped him out mentally from like
Yeah.
Boom.
everything I can remember from what I've seen on social media, what he said about it. But he's amazing. He's gotten his belts from Renzo Gracie himself. He's a very inspiring man.
Dude, you know what? Actually, Brian Freeman, not only do you win the $8 worth of quarters, okay? I am going. Usually with $8, with the way the quarter thing works is you have to come collect it, and if you don't collect it by the next week, then the next mofo of the week it goes to $9. But for you, I'm gonna hold the $8 of quarters that we owe you, and I owe you a private when you come back to Charlotte, North Carolina. So
Boom.
a free private. You got a free private with me, and we'll make sure you're took care of, man. Because that just inspired me. I love that. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. Love it.
So I do have a quick question before we end. So how do you tailor training for someone like that during a private?
You know what? I never have, but I can do it.
Okay.
Because I can teach anybody.
I'm pretty sure he is probably the Kimura master of the universe. I imagine.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of pastors and Henzo Gracie, the guy that just got you about James Michael Smith, his nickname should be James.
No, we can't do that.
Why?
We just said that. No,
Why?
Wonder is shaking his head.
No?
in
that's a
disbelief.
negative.
Kenny informed me of why we cannot do that.
Okay.
The answer's no.
Okay, all right. Never mind. We won't call James.
No, we can't call James that.
We won't go. Was he ever the mofo of the week?
Yes, he was last
Well, yes, he
week.
was.
He was
last week.
mofo last week.
Last
He
week.
didn't come collect his quarters.
Nope.
Brian, when
You guys have
Brian,
got
when
to
you go-
tag these people when you post the videos.
You really think I'm going to tag James Michael Smith in my podcast?
When you
So then he
post the
get
video on
mad at me for my
Facebook.
language?
No. It's because you have to listen to it, not just read it.
No, but there's no transcript.
Well,
You
that's
just
what-
need to, when you post it, you need to.
No, they need to listen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you
guys
don't
are
post the
getting-
winners?
I'm just saying,
We can do
when
that.
you repost a video on Facebook of the podcast, like I did that one time, and just tag the people who were
Well,
announced.
that is now your job.
Yeah, why aren't you doing it then?
You
Because
did that
you
like
know
2 weeks ago
that
perfectly.
I'm not good at the putting the words together thing sometimes.
You're better than us.
Thought
We
you
don't
did
do
a
it
good
at all.
job.
We don't do it at all. So you're obviously better than we
I'm
are.
telling you what, if you guys are gonna start giving me jobs, I want a better fucking chair.
See, I told you to stop fucking talking to her. Every time you say something, every time you engage her in conversation, we're gonna get trapped into shit. And then you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna get you to commit, and then she's gonna go back and tell my wife that I committed, and then I'm gonna have to do it. Just stop, man. Don't say anything else to her. Just don't talk to her anymore.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
What I'm saying is,
I can't hear you.
by episode 20, that will be my chair.
Oh, hell no.
Shit.
Oh, hell no.
Matthew Wright also says use the quarters to fix your dryer.
The what?
Use your quarters to fix your dryer.
My quarters.
Your quarters.
Your quarters.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
I think it's probably gonna take more than $8 to fix
Did you say?
my,
Did you say Carolina BJJ was on our?
Carolina BJJ in the house.
Who is Carolina BJJ? I wonder who that is. Ask them what their name are.
You should.
Carolina BJJ.
Carolina BJJ.
I
should
can't
be
pull
more
you up
informed.
right now.
Carolina BJJ. What's your name? Your name. Like, who are you? Talk to us.
Talk to us, caller.
Talk to us, caller. Damn.
Caller.
I don't know. We're gonna have callers one day too.
We gotta have people call.
We
Man.
gotta get
We
a
will have callers.
we gotta get a speakerphone system.
I've already got that set up. I'm just leave
Dude,
the
you don't
producing to
You
me.
can't even get the fucking microphones and the headsets.
You do this next time.
Nick Spielberg.
I will let you set up next
Has
time.
Carolina BJJ responded? That's
Not,
who they are.
not yet. They're typing.
They're typing right now. Can you see it?
No, I just said that just to not have like
He said that to shut you up.
show everybody your dollar sign there.
He did.
Look at that.
Where you been?
That is beautiful.
Bling, bling.
Bling, motherfucking bling.
Yeah,
Mark Kukro.
Mark Cooker.
Boom!
Dude, we're got
Mark.
Mark. Next Wednesday, we need you to take off from teaching. My God, I know you teach like 20 classes a day. We need you to come down here to Checkmate Charlotte, okay? And come on the podcast.
Yes. Oh, you should have been on here tonight. Talk about Scott.
Yeah, well, that would have been
That would have been awesome.
I didn't want to ask him.
Do you have things to do on the weekend?
You know, we need to go to his academy.
That's what I'm saying. You
I'd go
guys
to
traveled
Mark's.
to
We will.
Jeremy's.
Yeah, we went to Jeremy's. We need to go to Mark's. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do it.
So I'm here.
Let's go to Mark. Mark, let us know when would be a good Saturday to come to your academy. Obviously, we can't do it March 24th because I have a seminar. We can't do it March 31st. because we have Emmanuel Oliveira here for seminar, and we can't do it April 7th because we have Geese for GIs here.
And we can't do it April 14th.
And we can't do it April 14th because, actually, you know what? On those,
We're busy.
I mean, there's no reason we couldn't go down there on a Sunday.
We could.
Toro Cup should let you guys run the podcast. Well, that would be a long ass podcast.
You know they're not going to let us do that shit. Fuck no. Fuck no. The only reason we're getting invited to Toro Cup right now is because for whatever strange reason they think this dude can beat Kenny. I know why we ever get invited. That's the only time we ever get invited to Toro Cup.
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
No, I already know what's going to happen.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I'll be in Denver, but definitely want to be on the podcast. Mark, you have an open invitation anytime.
Mark, why are you
Where
going to
is
Denver?
What? Denver.
Denver, Colorado?
Where is his
Denver,
school?
Colorado.
His school is out. His school is on the way to Cabarrus Arena on that same road.
Oh, I thought he was farther away than that.
I mean, that's a pretty good distance.
Yeah.
It's a good
about
drive.
30, 40 minutes from here.
Well, I was thinking like a couple hours.
Yeah. Integrated martial arts, Mark Cookeroo. If you're out in that area and you want some good jiu-jitsu training, go out there and see the man. He'll get you right. I'm shocked Mark listened to our podcast with all this filthy language by
I'm
YouTube.
very, very proud that we are now.
I bet if you ask Mark Cooker about John Jones, he'll tell you he's the greatest pound-for-pound fighter because he's a man of integrity. Mark Cooker is.
So is John Jones.
Why is John Jones? You know what?
Are you people done?
You know what really pisses me off? John
Uh,
Jones is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter that's ever lived, but I can't. It's hard for me to take up for him because
Most Saturdays are good. We have an open mat every Saturday from 11 to 1. You are always welcome at my place. Yes, Denver, Colorado.
ask him if he'll bring me back a Broncos hat.
Please bring back bread.
What?
Broncos
How many
hat.
Broncos hats do you
Yes.
need?
How many?
Alex went and got me. Alex
Do
went to
you
Denver
ever
and he
wear
brought me. Yes, I wear it.
Don't you have like a Broncos yarmulke now? He's gonna get a yarmulke bag next time.
Mark, bring me back a Broncos
He
hat. I'll give you the
thought
money for
that
it.
That's what Alex was asking when he asked him if he wanted a knit cap.
That's right.
And I think
A
he meant
yarmulke.
a beanie. And he thought that he meant a yarmulke.
Alex, if you're listening tonight and
We're
you're driving
sorry.
around Charlotte, we're sorry. Yom Kippur and
All that.
I didn't know.
Mazel tov.
He said he was going to
Mazel tov.
Israel.
you know
He
he did go off. He went off the grid
He
completely.
said he was going to Israel, and he said he was going to bring me back a Denver Broncos hat. I thought he was bringing me back a, what do you call him?
An Israeli-made Denver Broncos hat.
Shut up. How am I
think
supposed to?
He was assuming.
Yarmulke.
Yeah. You were assuming because
You don't have any
Jewish.
hair to wear a yarmulke.
Dude, listen, when I grab you tomorrow, you don't understand.
How do they keep those on? They pin them to their
He
hair?
said you will have to come to open mat to pick it up.
Okay,
Yes, they
that's
do.
fine.
They do
Sure.
pin it on.
That's a deal.
All right, done.
Okay, deal. Done.
Done.
Done, Mark.
All right.
And on that note, anything else? Any closing arguments, statements,
It-
charities?
Yes, in closing, you guys know the seminar, March 31st, GIs for Geese. Come support your
He did it
I
again.
mean, Geese for GIs. Come support your military and give them the support and love that they need and they deserve.
And go to Toro Cup so you can support Habao.
And John Jones is the greatest pound-for-pound fighter that's ever lived. Donald Trump is a piece of shit because he grabbed him by the cooch and he made me look like a damn fool. And other than that, we love you, and we will see you next Wednesday. Bling, bling.
Thanks everybody for listening. Peace out.
Thank you.
Oh, I almost forgot. I was missing out on